It's the Fifth Dimension Radio Sports Special. Live tonight, it's the Woodridge Bulldogs versus the Coventry Comets with your veteran sportscaster Ron Whitmer and color analyst Chris Canova. Stay tuned for all the action right here on Fifth Dimension Radio Sports Special.
Good evening and welcome to Woodridge High School's Lahosky Field at Bulldog Stadium for the Fifth Dimension Radio High School Game of the Week, brought to you by Jobs for Ohio's graduates and the Stables. I'm Ron Whitmer, and I'm joined in the booth by color analyst Chris Canova for tonight's clash between the visiting Coventry Comets and the Woodridge Bulldogs. The Comets come in tonight at 0-2 in the Metro Athletic Conference and 1-4 overall, while the Bulldogs are 2-0 in the MAC and 3-2 overall. Woodridge has won their last two games over Field and Ravenna. Coventry is led by first-year head coach Gary Kanega, who has many years as an assistant coach and looking to rebuild a struggling program at Coventry, while John Dorayo is in his first year here at Woodridge after guiding the Ellett Orangemen last year, and he's hoping to keep his Bulldogs in contention in the Metro Athletic. So there's lots to talk about, and we'll do just that after this timeout.
Jobs for Ohio's graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
Ron Whitmer here pregame with Coventry coach Gary Kanega. Coach, first time in the driver's seat after 38 or more years helping in different programs. What's the feeling? Is it what you expected, or is it just like...
Oh, yeah, I took over actually mid-season last year. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but I took over mid-season last year, and we cleaned up shop a little bit. We focused on more of the discipline and doing the things right, and then everything we approach is it's our attitude, so we cleaned up shop a little bit last year and picked up running this year, made some big changes, and there were offense and our defense, and we're seeing some results. Obviously, as a head coach, you wish you could see them a little quicker.
Right.
But we're doing the things right. We're doing the little things right. We're getting better every week, and that's the key for us, was to get better every week, and we've been doing that and playing some teams competitively. And before we took over last year, we had a running clock, and this year we're in games and competitive. So we're being a little generous to teams right now. We're giving some costly turnovers up, and that's hurting us a little bit. But we've got to clean that up, and we're looking for a good stretch these next 5 games. So
a chance for tonight for you guys to step up against a team that, at least so far, is right in the thick of things for the league title. What's key to you guys having success on the field tonight?
Well, I think obviously is being disciplined. That's first and foremost. You've got to do your job, and how you perform that job tonight is going to say a lot for us. We're gonna have to stop number one. I've broken enough film down, probably about 40, 50 hours of film this week, and he's a pretty impressive runner. I know he's a sophomore, I believe, and probably going to be a pretty good young man here, and pretty good future probably if he wants to go to the next level. But it's basically stopping him. I'm not worried about anything. I just think we need to tackle. We need to gang tackle. We need to arrive with bad intentions and get the job done. We need to be disciplined and up front. We win and lose up front. We got to be maintaining our blocks to the whistle and gang tackling number one, and we should have a good night. So,
on the other side of the ball, who's got to step up and lead you offensively tonight?
Well, we've had Lamar Taylor, and I can't say enough good things about Lamar. He's just he's a captain of ours. He's a leader on our team, leader in in track and stuff like that. He's just a great young man. Does everything we ask him to do, and we need him to find that little window and make a burst and make a big impression tonight, and just have a great game for us. Our line's going to be key. We're young. We are young. We are young. We've got, freshmen playing, freshmen on the line. So not a good thing in this league, but they're getting some experience. And hands down, we got Ben Smith. He's a freshman. He's our guard. He does a great job for us. We need our line to step up tonight and just give Lamar. If we can give him a crack, he's going to go. He's going to go. He's explosive, but we need to maintain our blocks to the whistle and do our jobs.
We'll look forward to seeing if your line can indeed do that, keep you guys in the game. That's Coach Gary Kanega. Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you very much. Good luck to you guys.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race. Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. TheStable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. TheStable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Ron Whitmer here pregame with Coach John Duraio of the Woodridge Bulldogs. Coach, a couple wins in a row here, so getting probably closer to where you wanted to be here at midseason.
Yep.
3-2 overall, 2-0 in the league, if I got that right.
Yep.
Lots of injuries, though. How are you looking on that front? You lost a quarterback and a receiver early in during game one, I assume.
Yes. Yeah. So we lost our starting quarterback, who we kind of won the job in the summer, a senior. Going into halftime of Revere was 14-14. We felt pretty good about it, and he broke his collarbone. He's on his way to recovery. I think we'll get him back before the season's over. We don't really know when. 13, Kellen, we lost him last 2 weeks ago in the field game. Same thing, AC joint sprain. Hopefully he's back at some point. Our list I think last game we had the conversation of, I think we had 14 guys not dressed between injuries or whatever it might be. So we've been banged up, but we've also been able to find out a lot about ourselves and face some adversity. So it's been good.
Right. You were kind enough to send me what I thought was your starters for tonight. It turned out to be your injury list after I looked at it. So that's not a good sign, but It is a good sign that they're getting healthy, hopefully, for the stretch run here. Yep. So how do you see the league at this point? You're 2-0, a competitive league. Do you like where you're at, and what are you building to get to where you can take the whole thing? Yeah,
I think we're a team where, because we're young and we're kind of finding our way back into being a tough, competitive football team that wants to, find a way to win the league. It's all kind of right there for us, right? Like every game we play is the biggest game of the season. When we played field, we were like, hey, biggest game of the year, because if you lose this, all of a sudden your playoff, your league chances kind of wither away quickly, right? Then it was Ravenna. This is the biggest game of the year. Tonight, biggest game of the year, right? We win this one. You just keep the league alive and the playoff hopes alive, and next week Streetsboro will be the biggest game of the season so far. So that's kind of how we're looking at it.
Okay, so I'm going to flop my last two questions
here.
Keys to tonight to beat Coventry. They're a team that's struggled record-wise. I got some information from you earlier in the week that indicates that your key tonight is to make sure your guys aren't looking past them. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, biggest game of the seasons right now. I think we learned a lot last week against Ravenna. They were, no doubt, I think as coaches, we felt they were a very athletic team that could make a game close and competitive. And I think we went into that game feeling, hey, we don't want to get beat by Ravenna, and we kind of played that way. Halftime, we made some adjustments, down 21-7, and we kind of flipped the mentality of, like, it's not about being afraid to lose to Ravenna. It's about going out and beating Ravenna, and we made that comeback and won. We want to start in the same place here, right? We don't really care if Coventry can beat us. Our goal is to go out from the first snap and beat them.
last question you want to have to deal with on a night like tonight.
No.
But my job is to kind of look forward to. So the league changes quite a bit next year.
Yeah.
How do you see that impacting with 3 new schools coming in the league and at least 1 leaving? How's that going to...
Yeah, I think it's good. I think anything that makes our league competitive and more competitive is always good for us. I think we believe Woodridge football is a great program, and we're trying to get it back to where it was, that, you know, we're not afraid of good teams becoming in the league. If anything, it helps us. I think, you know, you look at us right now, we go, say, 6-4. Getting in the playoffs is iffy because if those 6 wins aren't the right 6 wins, you know, it's tough. So I think it's a good thing for us. We feel good about it. You know, I think there's a couple other programs at some point probably also try to get into the league as that landscape continues to change, right? So I think those changes are always for the better, and to get more competitive, we're not afraid of it. You know, we embrace it.
That's Coach John DeRio from the Woodridge Bulldogs. Coach, good luck tonight.
Yeah.
So back here at John Lahosky Field at Bulldog Stadium at Woodridge High School, Ron Whitmer and Chris Canova. So Chris, very interesting in talking to both of the coaches. They're in a little different place, different spaces. Coach DeRio, one of the things he mentioned there towards the end, you know, we're week 6 now, so they are starting to look at potential state playoff slots. And he's concerned that 6-4 might not even get him into the playoffs, where last year there were teams at 500 and sub-500 getting in. So kind of an interesting dynamic, and he can't afford having a letdown tonight against a team that they ought to beat on paper at least, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Ron. You know, first hurdle for them is overcoming injuries, which, as you pointed out in your interview earlier, a ton of injuries, right? Now they are refocusing and, you know, driving towards that league championship and driving towards the playoffs. So tonight's as big a game as any other for them. No matter if they're playing, you know, I think Coventry, and we haven't gotten to Coventry yet, but they're in a different spot, right? Rebuilding, I think, is what Coach paraphrased it as.
Yeah, and mentioned how young they were probably a half a dozen times, because they are, right? But Coach Gary Kanega also believes in his running back, and he's hoping that his young guys up front are ready to step up, create some bigger holes, and that may be able to keep him in the game. And we're talking about his big running back. We're talking about Lamar Taylor.
Right.
He's a senior, number 42 for the Comets. So we'll look to see if that happens tonight.
Well, it looks like we might have a little bit difficult. Another beautiful night for football, by the way. We've got perfect weather so far. So perfect, matter of fact. The sun is right in our eyes at this point in time. So the numbers might be tough for the first 10 minutes.
Right. The good news is the coaching staff and the players for Woodridge down below us here are pretty much in shadows now. But, of course, we're up quite a bit higher than them. So, yeah, picking up players and numbers here for the first few minutes may be difficult. But the shadows are starting to fall over the field. So,
well, I think the theme of the night is going to be, can the youth of Coventry and, you know, just basically new coaching staff keep up with the experience and, you know, expectations of Woodridge. It's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, and that's not to say that Woodridge is a totally veteran team. They got youth of their own, but at least in terms of record, their youth seems to have stepped up to that next experience level so far in the first half of the season. And we'll see what happens tonight. So we're getting ready for kickoff. One of the issues with the sun in our eyes is I did not pick up who won the toss. We'll pick that. It looks like it's probably going to be Coventry kicking off.
It looks that way.
And if so, Coventry will be going from right to left on your video screen.
You know, I think we'll start with the positive for both teams here. I think that, you know, looking out on these rosters, you know, they have a lot of young men out for football, which is great to see.
Definitely is. So kicking off for Coventry should be number 17, Andrew Heiner. And back for Woodridge to receive, number 5, Aiden Smith. And Looks like it might be Nathaniel Lahosky, number 28. So too deep. It is Lahosky alongside Smith to return. And it is Andrew Heiner kicking off for the Coventry Comets. So Ron Whitmer, Chris Canova, week 6. Hard to believe we're already more than halfway as soon as we kick this thing off, Chris. So we'll be keeping an eye on some scores tonight from the Metro Athletic and some of the other local conferences as we're able to.
Absolutely, big games tonight. I think that in this league, Norton and Streetsboro, I believe, are playing tonight. They're both undefeated in league play.
Right, and as is Woodridge, who would like to be right there with them when all is said and done. And it's actually Ali Doken, number 18, going to kick off for Coventry. So didn't have that on the roster provided to us. So unless there was a number switch, it's Doken to kick off for Coventry. Ball spotted on the 40. Low line drive kick. Comes down at the 20, rolls to Lahosky at the 15. Across the 20, 25, and driven out of bounds at about the 27. The tackle for Coventry, number 5, Andre Bell.
Nice tackle there by number 5. Came up and really laid the wood there, didn't he?
He did.
Nice tackle.
So if you were with us in the pregame, you heard that Woodridge's starting quarterback from game 1 is out, has been for a few weeks now. So it's the sophomore Carter Maxa getting the start for the Bulldogs. He's got a spread offense in the shotgun with Lahosky in front of him. Maxa looks to the sidelines to change up the play. Just underway here from Woodridge. And now there seems to be some confusion getting the play in. And what do we have? An official's whistle and an equipment problem. I don't know that I've seen an equipment problem on the first snap of the game, Chris, but that's what it was. Running off for the Spartans was Lamar Taylor, and I assume that was an equipment problem.
Right, it's really kind of hard to make out quite so far, but...
Maxa takes a snap, rolling to the near side, has a man open along the sidelines and caught. That catch is by number 6, Andrew Stull. Enough for the first down. Maxa to Stull. Just underway, 11:48 left in the first quarter.
Nice little hitch pass there, just basically a 10-yard stop pattern. Cornerback gave too much leverage there.
Maxa converted running back and end. Takes the snap. He'll pull it down. He's running up the middle. He's across the 40, the 45, to about the 48-yard line and near a first down. He appears to be just short. And if he is, that'll bring it. Now they're going to give him the first down. So the officials edge the ball up just a bit further up to the 48, bringing up a 1st and 10 for Woodridge near midfield. So 2 quick first downs for the Bulldogs. They come into tonight 3-2 on the year, 2-0 in the Metro. In motion is Lahosky. Low snap picked up by Maxa, who is able to get just back across the line of scrimmage, give him a gain of 1, bringing up 2nd down 9 at the 49.
Yeah, bobbled the snap there. And the play was pretty much a wash at that point. They've been in the same formation all 3 plays thus far. Showed a little something different there with motion.
This time he's got Tyree. Maxa has Tyree in the backfield with him. Takes snap, hands of Tyree up the middle, juking for a couple of yards. Give him a gain of about 3 maybe, bringing up a 3rd down and 6.
Nice little off-tackle play there. Kept his legs moving. Really made something out of nothing, to be honest.
Tackle that time by number 9, Evan Owen for the Comets.
Good job of the Comets there.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
Third and about 6. Maxa, Tyree going in motion out to the far side. Maxa looking to throw. Can't find anybody. Now launches it and over the head of his intended receiver,
Max's pass is incomplete.
who was Travis Walker. So that'll bring up a 4th down situation inside Coventry territory. We'll see what Coach John Durayo decides to do here. Looks like Woodridge will go for it. 4th and 6. Showing a little confidence early, Chris, and the referee's gonna respot.
Now what's happening? Oh, the ball was in the middle of the field, Ron. Yeah. Nobody picked the ball up from last play.
There we go. An official Johnny on the spot, but that's a long run back for him. So now we're ready to go. 4th down 6. Maxa, empty backfield.
What do you think? Quick kick here, or are they going to go for it?
It looks like they're deciding that right now.
It does, doesn't it?
Maxa looks at his offensive coordinator. He's going to take the snap. He's got a man open. He hits him near the 1st down marker, and he's got the 1st down. That's Travis Walker up to the 41-yard line. Got about an extra yard there. Pretty gutsy call early, Chris. I know, Woodridge feels like they ought to be able to get those
yeah,
4th down
gutsy call.
situations.
You called it, and were they calling him? No, there's an injury. I thought maybe he called a timeout.
Yeah, down on the field for the Comets is number 17.
It just looks like
Andrew Heiner.
It just looks like Coventry's just dropping. The cornerbacks are just dropping deep on every pass play, which is more or less creating those easy 5, 7, 10-yard passes, especially on that play.
Right, and Coach Kaniga for Coventry mentioned to us, for them to be successful, they needed to stop number 1. Well, number 1's Jonathan Tyree, the running back, the number 1 running back for the Bulldogs. But so far, it's been the sophomore quarterback who's moving the team down the field. They have a 1st and 10 now at the Coventry 41. And Chris and I are starting to luxuriate here because the sun is just about to peek below the trees.
Number 13, Jaden Stone.
Well, now we're not guessing as much for sure. So, what I like so far about Woodridge is this young quarterback is taking control. He's not afraid to pull it down if somebody isn't open or he's not comfortable, and just taking what he can get.
That's right. We have 9:36 to go here in the first quarter. No score. From John Mahosky Field at Bulldog Stadium at Woodridge High School. That's a mouthful, right?
That is. That's good work, Ron.
We got Maxa in the shotgun. He'll hand. Inside run this time for big yardage is Jonathan Tyree. Tyree close to the 1st down. They're going to give it to him just inside the 31. And a really nice mix here so far for the Bulldogs, Chris. Short passes, power runs, and good decisions by the quarterback.
It really is. It makes it tough for any safety support as well, right? You can't bite on those fakes as quickly, or bite on the run, I should say.
Okay, Maxa alone in the backfield. Tyree coming in motion to the near side. Maxa finds him in the flat to the 25, 20, 15, spun down at about the 12-yard line is Jonathan Tyree. Just a little outlet. I think Maxa had in mind going downfield initially. Didn't see anybody. Looked like his second option was Tyree, who yards after catch was big and got the 1st down just outside the 10. We'll mark it at the 11. So still an opportunity for Woodridge to pick up another 1st down.
Right. Little wiggle out there by Tyree. Created a miss, and 20 yards later, right? Nice little run.
So Maxa with Tyree. Maxa, a quarterback keeper. He's across the 10, down at about the 7-yard line.
Carter Maxa on the quarterback keeper.
Taken down by
number 7, Brad Little.
Brad Little, who's also the quarterback for Coventry.
Short gain on the play. Second down, 7.
Just a little lead with the quarterback there.
Ball spotted at the 7-yard line, maybe 8. Kind of blocked right now by the Woodridge line.
You know what I like about, when coaches do this, when they keep the spread down here, it does create a lot of options. Of course, it also creates the possibility of, a lot of penetration.
Exactly. Maxa rolling to the near side. He's got room to run. Passes instead into the end zone for the touchdown. The catch is by number 6, Andrew Stoll, on the near side. 7-yard touchdown pass. Carter Maxa to Andrew Stoll, and the Bulldogs lead 6-0.
I think that was a great play by the quarterback there. Nice catch, kept his feet in bounds, and I think the thing for Coventry is they got to make a play, right? They were right there. They just didn't make the tackle.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be Mason Endlick attempting the extra point for the Bulldogs.
Number 30, Mason Endlick, trying to attempt the point after.
Snap, spot, kick is up, and sneaks through the right upright, so it's good. And with that, the Bulldogs take the early 7-0 lead over the Comets. We'll be back after this message.
A very warm welcome.
Tired of boring off-the-rack tees? Want to express your unique style or promote your business? How about create an unforgettable memory? Call us at Screenprint Original, 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. We bring ideas to life. We offer high-quality DTF transfers on a variety of apparel, ensuring vibrant colors and lasting designs, from custom creations to bulk orders, all for you. If you have an idea, give us a call at 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. You can also drop us a line at screenprintoriginal@gmail.com. We look forward to serving you.
So it looks like Jonathan Tyree pulling extra duty tonight. He's set to kick off for Woodridge after the Maxa to Stoll 7-yard touchdown pass. Back to receive the kick, Andre Bell for Coventry. It's taken instead by the up man at the 20, number 14 along the far side out across.
Number 14, David Brown,
the
return.
Far sideline is David Browning. So he's knocked out at about the 32-yard line. Tackled by Dominic Dunlap for Woodridge.
Well, let's see if Taylor can answer the call here at tailback for Coventry. Although, is that him? I don't think he's in there. Yeah, he is. That's him.
And we got Little at quarterback. I'm trying to pick up the running back. Looks like it's
42, isn't it? I think it's 42.
Okay, that makes sense. That'd be Lamar Taylor behind him. Under center is Little. Hands to Taylor. He's up across the 35 to the 37, maybe 38-yard line. So a nice, powerful run on first down for Lamar Taylor.
Gotta like that, right? What a punishing little runner. I mean, he's not a very big young man, but wow, punishing runner.
Second down, they give him 6 on the carry, so second down and 4. Again, under center is Little. 2 receivers to the near side. Taylor at fullback. A hand to Taylor. Off tackle, across the 40 to the 41. It's going to be about a yard short of the first down to bring up 3rd and 1. So all kinds of choices here for Coventry, Chris, on this first possession.
Yeah.
But with a powerful guy like Taylor, I wouldn't be shocked to see him get the ball again.
Yeah, they're running two tights, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the same thing.
Split wide is David Browning.
A little different here.
Got Little under center again. Trying to pick up that up back, Chris, if you can help me on that, because that's who gets the ball here, and he's hit right at the line and taken down. Appears to be very close to the first down.
That's number 9, Ron.
Evan Owen on the carry is the up back. And they're going to give him the first down. So there you go. You're right, Chris. It was very close, within inches.
Ball out to the Coventry 42-yard line.
All right, let's see what they do here. My guess is more of the same, but it doesn't look like, Woodridge is sinking everybody to the line of scrimmage yet.
Two receivers to the far side. Little, again, under center. Eye in the backfield. Little turns, hands to Taylor. We got a flag down, and Taylor is hit early and often. Looked like the original hit for Woodridge was number 50, who is Bryce Waddell.
Bryce Waddell, number 57, Grady Taylor. Also one of the hit and rate, Everett Norton.
Taylor, they'll give him a yard.
Sideline warning. So that was a sideline warning, and so nothing is, no penalty yards there.
2nd and 9. Taylor got just about a yard. 5:26 to go. Woodridge leading 7-0. Little with an offset eye. Man in motion to the near side. Pitch to Taylor, running wide. He's got pursuit, but he breaks the line of scrimmage where he's met at about the 45 by a host of tacklers. For the Bulldogs, we'll see who's at the bottom of the pile here. It was Waddell again. It looked like he had help from Lahosky.
Nice pursuit by the Bulldogs there, and I really like the way that Taylor runs, keeping his legs moving, just a bunch of maroon all around that play from the get-go.
And that's what it's going to take him down. He's a horse for sure. 4:40 remaining first quarter. 3rd down and about 7. Little has yet to throw the ball. He is in the shotgun this time. He's got Brady Steele in the backfield with him. Little drops the pass, looking downfield. Can't find anybody. Now tosses it underneath, and it's caught just short of the first down.
Pass is complete.
I think that's Owen again.
Is Evan Owen once again.
Ball over to Woodridge territory at the 49-yard line.
They spot him just about a yard short, so the ball's just inside the Woodridge 49. 4th and less than a yard for the Comets. They give every indication that they're going to go for it here.
In the track
Taylor
please come down to the track at this time.
With a full house backfield this time. Little under center.
Old school football, right? Everybody
there we
in
go.
line.
Hand off Taylor, and he's got it. And with a couple of extra, he's taken down just outside the 45-yard line of Woodridge. That'll bring up a Coventry first down. So the Comets, just what they needed to do, Chris. They needed to possess the ball.
Absolutely.
They needed to move the ball. They've done both of those things here. So whether they score or not here, they're off to a good start, and I think Coach Kanega's got to be pretty happy with what he's seeing so far.
He's thrilled. He's not thrilled with number 42 having to come out of the ball game. I'm not sure if there's blood on his jersey or what's happening here, but the referee just pulled him out. 42 is Taylor, so.
Right, and as you'll recall, he had to leave the field for some type of an equipment issue right before the first snap. Right. So, yeah, without him in the backfield, it's a whole different scenario. So, eye in the backfield, behind Little. Actually, it's Mason DeMeff, it looks like, now at quarterback. He hands off. He's handing off to Little, and Little is hit near the sideline by Lahosky. Nice tackle by Lahosky.
Tackle on the play by number 28, Nathaniel Lahosky.
So
that was Little on the run?
Yeah, Little. They put their number 2 quarterback,
Ball was fumbled out of bounds at the 43.
Mason DeMeff, in, and he tossed it to Little, who looked like he was going to have some running room, but a nice play by Lahosky limits the gain to just about 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 7. I guess that would be 3 yards, wouldn't it? 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7, ball spotted at the Woodridge 43-yard line. And it's, boy, they're side by side. I think DeMeff's the quarterback this time. Yep, he's calling the signals with Little right next to him. He sprints to the right. He's a left-hander and tosses it over the head of the intended receiver, who looked like Andrew Heiner that time. No, 13. That's Jaden Stover.
Jaden Stover is incomplete.
So over his head brings up 3rd and 7.
Well, you were just talking about this, Ron, but I don't think that Coach K wants to be in trips, and that's what we're seeing here. So,
yeah, that play looked a little awkward right from the start.
Yeah.
3rd down and 7.
Hopefully 42 can get back in there sooner than later, but this is certainly hurting them. Changing their game plan anyway, right?
Yeah. 3rd and 7, a ball on the near side hash, 43-yard line. DeMeff under center this time. Little in motion to the near side. DeMeff drops the pass, looking deep over the middle. He's got a man open, but can't find him. A little bit overthrown. He was looking for number 14, David Browning.
Number 3, Travis Walker.
So that'll bring up. Oh, we had a flag on the play.
Illegal man downfield. No, holding.
Holding is the call against Coventry. Let's see what Woodridge wants to do here.
Interesting call.
I think they're going to decline it. That'll bring up 4th and 7. 4th and 7 at the 43. So you got to believe in your defense here, right? Because Coventry's in pretty good shape here, field position wise.
Right. It's kind of a surprising call.
Yeah, but it is 4th and long. So Coach DeRio trusting his defense here. DeMeff at quarterback, and Chris, I want to get your thoughts here after this play on the 2 quarterbacks in the backfield and the problems that could cause for a defense. So trips to the right. DeMeff standing at the Woodridge 48, takes the snap, rolls to the right, looks to pass, and overthrows his man again. That time again was looking for Jaden Stover over his head. So that'll turn it over on downs. Woodridge will take over 1st and 10 on their own 43. Let's take this quick 30-second timeout.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
Back at Woodridge, 2:09 remaining first quarter. Maxa hands off. Big gainer this time off the left side. Again, that's Jonathan Tyree. He runs for about 15 yards on 1st down and takes it down to the 42 of Coventry. And it looks like we're going to have a full night of Jonathan Tyree the way things are looking.
Yeah,
Chris.
right now it's like they're playing too deep here. The cornerbacks are way wide, and Woodridge is just outmanning them at the point of attack, and this young man doesn't need very much help, right?
Right. Maxa, low snap, he'll keep it. Runner to cross the line, falls down for a short gain. Flag in the backfield. The only guy in the backfield was Tyree, and I didn't see him holding anybody, so it must have been somebody up on the line that was picked up by the back judge, or the referee, I'm sorry. It is holding against Woodridge, so that'll set him back.
All right, so holding on that play, while that was happening, number 1 comes out. He looks like he was shaken up on that play, or maybe the play before.
That's the worst thing that would happen for the Bulldogs right now.
Right.
Jonathan Tyree has kind of been having his way running the ball. 1st and 20, Woodridge on their own 48-yard line. This time Maxa in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Lahosky, rolls left, but he's hit and taken down at the 40-yard line by Coventry. Brad Little, the quarterback, gets into the backfield with a big sack.
It's probably like a 7-yard loss, about that.
Yeah, we'll call it 6. So 2nd down, 26. Maxa in an empty backfield. He's looking to throw. Now flushed out of the pocket, throws it near the sideline, out of bounds.
You see, I like what Coventry's doing here, right? They're going spread, so what they're doing is they're stemming the linebacker, which is a great way to defend this. That makes the quarterback move, right? And most quarterbacks don't throw well on the move. So that's great.
Yeah, Carter just had to throw that one away. Didn't really even have a receiver in the area. Brings up 3rd and 26. So just what Coventry needed to dial up here. If they can get a stop here, they should get the ball back in pretty good field position.
You know, Coventry's making them work, right? I mean, it was a great drive from Woodridge, but they had to plot their way down the field. Same thing they're going to have to do here, apparently. But they need a big play.
Tyree back into the game. Glad to see that. He stands alongside Maxa. Maxa throws to the flat to the near side. Caught by Stull at the 45, across the 50, the 45, 40. Down to the 35 and tackled there by number 14 for Coventry, who is David Browning. Big play that time. They faked going to Tyree on the far side, came back to Stull, who had a nice run after catch down to the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Oh, I'm sorry. It seems like it should have been a 1st and 10.
Should have been. It should be 4th and 2.
It's 4th and 2. Yeah, 26 yards. He got 24 on that catch and run. And with that, we got a timeout.
End of the first quarter, I think. Yeah.
We do. Yeah. It's end of the first quarter, and our score, Woodridge 7, Coventry nothing. We'll be back after this message from Edward Jones.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
Fans, you can see a rebroadcast of tonight's game by searching for Fifth Dimension Radio on the YouTube app on your favorite digital device. Smartphone, smart TV, tablet, anywhere you get your online digital content. Friday night games are posted the succeeding Saturday night or Sunday afternoon. So, a 4th and 2 for the Bulldogs. Ball on the Coventry 34. Big play, actually, here early, Chris.
Really big play. You know, again, Coventry had 2 or 3 chances to make a tackle, didn't. Now it's 4th and 2. They have one more chance to make a big play, and you know, I think it's a big play for them to stay in the game.
Okay, so slight delay here. It appears the Woodridge track and field team is
Division II State Boys Championship Relay 4x800 team.
They're getting an award for the 4x8 relay state championship last year. So tip of the hat. And we'll talk to, at halftime, great timing here, we'll talk to one of the track coaches here and the cross-country coach for both boys and girls. Jeff Howard will join us at halftime. So we'll get an update from Jeff about what's going on with cross-country here in the fall and what they're expecting from the track team. But nice round of applause for the 2 young men representing that award for the Woodridge track team. And Chris and I were noticing all the banners and awards posted around for what has been one of the dominant track and field and cross-country programs in Northeast Ohio for some time. 4th and 2.
4th down and 2.
Maxa stands at the 39. Hands off to Tyree, and he does have enough for the first down. He's taken down at about the 31. Short gain, but enough for the first down, and Woodridge will maintain possession.
Barely tripped up there. He was almost gone. But, all right, so we got 1st and 10 for Woodridge here on the 30. And let's see what Coventry can come up with here to maybe stall this drive.
Just underway here, second quarter. Woodridge with a 7-0 lead over the Coventry Comets. Maxa with pressure in the backfield has a man wide open on the near side. It's caught at the 20 to the 25, and that's number 3, Travis Walker. Tackle for Woodridge was Andre Bell. He's been all over the field for the Comets. But another big play. Nice job by Walker of finding a hole on the near side, Chris, and just stood there until Maxa could find him.
Yeah, they're just in deep thirds there, and cornerback was wide open.
So the ball spotted on the 14. Woodridge 1st and 10. 11:04 remaining, second quarter. Split to the near side is Chris Carter. Maxa takes the snap, hands off to Tyree. He's across the 10 down to the 8 and kind of tripped up on the turf there. Otherwise, he might have been in for the score.
Yep, 10-yard line tackled him there. Still, huge hole.
Looked a little bit like me walking down the sidewalk and that little crack that jumps up at me. But I would say Jonathan Tyree's a little more athletic than I am. So
I'm just saying it because I'm jealous. I've never been in that spot.
It's a pretty thick line down there. But Tyree's put up nice numbers for the first quarter, and Coventry definitely wants to find a way to shut him down. Maxa takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll keep it to the near side, being pursued. Nice pursuit that time by Aaron Carter for Coventry, and he had help on the tackle by Bell. Short gain. It'll bring up 3rd and a long 4.
Nice job of defending there.
3rd down and 4.
Looks like a timeout on the field here. And it's a referee's timeout. It is. Just to respot the ball. Ball spotted at the 8. 3rd down. Maxa hands to Tyree across the 5, down to the 2, stretching near the goal line, and he's going to be marked just short of the touchdown. It'll bring up 1st and goal from inside the 1-yard line.
Tyree is quick.
He is. I mean, he's across, and here we go. Woodridge quickly to the line. Maxa, quarterback sneak. He's across for the touchdown. And the Bulldogs take a 13-0 lead. Wasted no time getting up to the line and just pushed forward. Max is a big kid, Chris. He's, let's see if I can pick up how big he is. He's 6'4", 210, so he's, for a quarterback, a bit of a load. And made it rather easily. So on to attempt the extra point, once again, is Mason Endlick. And we've got a player down for Coventry in the end zone.
It's either number 8 or 9. I can't see it from here.
That would be either Mason DeMeff or Evan Owen. I'm going to guess, and I shouldn't, but I think it's the linebacker Owen. Could have been DeMeff, the DB.
Well, I'll say this. I think that number 1 can get what he wants whenever he wants it. And that's a nice problem to have if you're the coach at Woodridge right now, right?
Right.
You're passing the ball at will. You are you could run at will, and 2 nice, solid drives. Coventry had chances to stop them, but just couldn't make it happen.
What What do you have Tyree for so far, Chris?
I have him at 48 yards.
48 yards.
Well, 40 yards, 8 yards receiving, and another 20 yards receiving, so total 68 yards.
Okay. So big first half for Jonathan Tyree. And it was Evan Owen. He is up under his own power, but limping off the field with assistance from the trainers. So again, it'll be Mason Endlick. He's a 6-foot junior, left-footed kicker. Lahosky will be the holder. 9:17 remaining here in the first half.
Good luck and thank you for supporting Woodridge Athletics.
So a bit of a delay here. Ball spotted. Lahosky puts the ball down. The kick is up. It appears to be good. It is good. So the extra point gives the Bulldogs a 14-0 lead here. 9:17 remaining in the first half, and there was light. Hi, guys. So now I have no excuse for missing stuff.
Well,
darn.
The sun is down, so we can see the field. The light is on in here, so we can see the numbers, so we're good.
And Chris has mentioned it. I mean, not a cloud in the sky during this sunset. Just beautiful. And how lucky have we been to be week 6 and not only warm for 6 weeks, but we haven't seen a drop of rain. Next week, I'm sure we'll have monsoons because I've mentioned that.
Right.
But what a great month and a half of weather for high school football season. I mean,
beautiful.
most people are still in T-shirts here, and we're pushing into October. So a nice night for football, and the Bulldogs are certainly enjoying it. They lead 14-0. And again, Tyree will be kicking it off. And to score, not what we wanted to see, top of the second from Cleveland. Guardians lead or trail 4-2. Onside kick by Woodridge. Ball still loose.
That's
and
close.
Woodridge is pointing that
Nice
they've
play.
got it. Let's see. The referees have yet to signal. Ball's inside the 40 at about the 39-yard line of Coventry. And it looks like it was Coventry on top of the ball. Number 73 was Ray Bekaleski.
So Woodridge lined up in a bunch kick, and the kickers did a really good job, high bounce, and Coventry struggled to come up with it, and a big scrum. How many kids were there on the ball, Ron? Like 12? I don't know.
Yeah. So after this play, I want to ask you a question about that onside kick, because I always have questions, you know that. Brad Little, back quarterback for the Comets. He's in the shotgun. Handoff inside and slipping down. Looks like it was Taylor. He got about a yard before he slipped on the artificial surface here. So, Chris, I'm wondering on a onside kick like that, is that more for future opponents than for tonight's game? Is Coach Durayo trying to make future teams think about something?
I think in this instance it's both, right? You got the foot on the gas. You see this Coventry team kind of teetering,
right,
trying to put them away, and putting something on film to have other teams prepare for. Is you nailed it, Ron. You nailed it.
Okay, Brad Little didn't see what he was hoping to see and decides Coventry needs a timeout. So with that, we'll take this 30-second timeout and be back. Woodridge leading Coventry 14-0.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
So A couple of football scores from around the Metro Athletic Conference. Field leading in the second quarter over Springfield 28-0. And Cloverleaf leads Ravenna in the second quarter 7-0. Referees with a discussion here before we put the ball in play. Brad Little under center for the Comets. Scott Taylor as the deep back. Takes a snap, hands to Taylor off the left side. He's ahead for about 3. That'll bring up a third, and we'll call it 7. Long 6, probably 7.
Nice little lead play there. You know, Woodridge is well expecting that, right?
Yeah.
That's appears to be Coventry's bread and butter at the moment.
I think you feel like we're getting to the time in the game where Coventry, while they've been able to move the ball a little, needs to break one here to really feel like they're in the game. Two receivers on the near side. Taylor going in motion, limping to the left. Little back to pass, flushed out of the pocket and throws it away. Gotta be a grounding call. He's taken down at the 25, and there comes the late flag. Yeah, he was hit at the 25, driven back to the 20. Big loss on the play.
Yeah. Well, what can we say about that one? Lots of guys breaking through the line. The quarterback trying to make a play, save the yards, and just threw it away at the wrong time, right?
And don't you think, Chris, that maybe Little could have been thinking about a timeout there when he saw his running back going on one leg into the flat on the far side?
Right.
So now we got 4th and a mile. We're going to call it 4th and 30, and Coventry's going to punt. It's Andrew Heiner back to punt for Coventry.
I think the lesson there is
snap, kick, low kick, comes down at the 40, rolls across the 50, and will settle in inside the 45. So a nice roll that time. And it looked to be Heiner, the punter.
Even nice. The lesson to be learned there is not every play works. Take your take your medicine. Hit the ground. You know, a 7-yard loss turned into basically a 27-yard loss.
And the punter was actually Ali Doken. So again, I don't know if the roster was mixed up because they have Heiner listed as the kicker and not Doken. But Doken punted and kicked earlier. So we're going to go with Ali Doken as the punter kicker for Coventry. And we'll try to find out at halftime if we've got that right. Woodridge will take over here. 1st and 10. Ball on their own 44-yard line. Carter Maxa been steady at quarterback tonight. He'll be in an empty backfield this time. Coming in motion and catching the ball is number 1 again, and that's Jonathan Tyree with a big run. He's still on his feet across the 35 and inside to the 33-yard line where he's finally taken down. So Tyree just racking up the yards here. Pass looked a little funny, Chris. But there was nobody to get a hand on it. I think it just came out of Max's hand a little funny, and it kind of threw me there.
It was like end over end.
Right. But being the steady player he is, Jonathan Tyree hung in there, made the catch, and ran clear inside the 35. Ball spotted at the 33. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Going in motion is Lahosky. Pass over the middle, caught and taken to about the 20-yard line. Again, that's Andrew Stull. Stull's had a nice first half for the Bulldogs.
I got him at 54 yards so far and 4 catches.
So 1st and 10, just outside the 20. Bulldogs trying to put up a big lead here before half. 6:59 remaining, second quarter. Maxa again alone in the backfield. Takes the snap. Pulls down an apparent pass. He's going to run. He's inside the 15 and driven at it about the 14-yard line. So a nice pickup of about 6 or 7. They're going to mark him right at the 15. So that'll bring up 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs. Again, they're keeping that backfield empty for Maxa. And he'll look over to the sideline, looking to change the play. Clock stopped at 6:54 or 6:44 of the second quarter. And a little confusion here about the play. And will they get they do get the snap in time. Rolling to the right is Maxa. Now he's looking back to the other side across the middle with pressure. He has a man open on the far side. It was 25 who was Rylan West, but a flag on the play. And I'm wondering, Chris, maybe a man
hold.
downfield or a hold. Okay. The Bulldogs are walking backwards, and you got it right. It's a hold.
Holding Woodridge.
So Maxa did a nice job that time of making something out of nothing, but unfortunately it's not going to count. They're going to march him back.
Did a great job keeping the play alive. Coventry needs to make a decision, right? That time they dropped back, and they did a great job coverage-wise. You saw it. There was nobody open.
Right.
That being said, they get no pressure when they do that. And Max is just taking his good old time back there, and half the time he's taking off running the ball and just making them pay for it.
2nd down at about 14. Maxa throws out in the flat to Tyree. This time, not a good pass over Tyree's head. Falls incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 14. So one of the few errors by the sophomore quarterback, Chris. He's been pretty solid and mostly right on the money.
He has been.
But that one, he had his man and just chucked it over Tyree's head. So 3rd down, 14.
Defensive end came in, had to throw it over his head. So, just put a little bit too much on it.
Big play here for the Comets. They'd like to keep it to a 2-score game. Maxa takes the snap. He's got some pressure. He lofts it in the corner of the end zone, and it's almost intercepted by Andre Bell with good coverage down there. The intended receiver was Stoll again.
Nice play with the D back there.
So that'll bring up 4th and 14, and from the 25, help me with the math here, Chris. That's a 42-yard field goal.
It is.
You don't see a lot of those in high school
42.
football?
I don't think that he has it.
Yeah, I think
I was watching him before the game.
Max is still in there, so it appears Woodridge is going to go for it. 4th and 14 from the 25.
Even on that play, Max did a great job, right? He stayed in there, and he took a hit, but put the ball where it had to be.
Yeah, he gave his receiver a chance. He'll take the snap. He looks at Tyree, comes back to the near side. He's picked up by Woodridge.
Gracious.
It looks like Bill to the 50, to the 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Andre Bell for the Coventry Comets. And the play that they needed was that play.
Yeah,
Andre Bell was like a sniper that time. He had that sided, stepped in front, and had nothing but green in front of him.
He didn't look. He just turned and just threw it without regard there. So you know what? He was under pressure again. And when Coventry sends pressure, good things are happening.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to probably see more of that.
So that puts the Comets right back in the game. It looked like they might be in dire straits there.
Right.
Instead, they look to go, well, they are down 1 score. They're looking for the extra point here. Kicker is Doken. Spot. Kick is low, but it gets there.
Good.
Yep. Kick is good. So, with 5:44 remaining in the second quarter, we've got a ball game. It's Woodridge 14, Coventry 7. Hey fans, a quick reminder that you can hear and see a video replay of tonight's game this coming Monday night at 6 p.m. streaming live on WAOH.TV. That's WAOH.TV. BullDogs.tv, Monday night at 6. That's Akron's online television station. And our illustrious leader, Bob Fritz, was interviewed on WAOH. Where's Bobby? He's upstairs. This morning or yesterday morning. And nice job telling everybody what we're all about here at Fifth Dimension Radio.
Well, I hope he's listening to us on the radio upstairs.
Yeah, I hope so too. Okay, so I know I'm in a football game, Chris, but I'm looking out here.
It's beautiful, right?
And we got a crescent moon and the last vestiges of a beautiful sunset over the trees and a beautiful field here at Lahosky Field at Bulldog Stadium in Woodridge. And as it turns out, we got a beautiful game going right now as the Comets are right back in it. They're trailing 14-7, 5:44 remaining.
And this complex is beautiful as well. I'm not sure if we said that yet. From the track facilities to the stadium, just very nice.
Ali Doken will be kicking off. Back to receive Jonathan Tyree. Jay Tyree, the former athletic director at Stowe, will be happy to know that I put him back in active duty. We have a flag here, and I have no idea what.
Does that delay a game?
Wow.
Too many people on the field. 5? There's 11. What's he doing?
I don't know. He's going to pick it up and say, my mistake. Never mind.
Did the official miscount?
I think so, but he's getting a do-over here, just like in wiffle ball in the side yards. I want a do-over. So here we go. Doken the kickoff. It's an onside kick, and Woodridge fields it at about the 46.
Let's go with that. That's an onside kick. All right.
Yeah, and that was Carter Maxa, the quarterback, who fielded that onside kick. So Coventry says right back at you and gives Woodridge great field position here before halftime.
If I am Woodridge right now, I am giving the ball to number 1, and then I'm giving it to number 1, then number 1, and then number 1, then number 1.
What do you think about the next play? What about the next play after that? What do you think?
I mean,
if there is one,
right?
You know.
I don't know. I'm not sure it's going to take 5 plays.
Yeah.
That young man, Jonathan Tyree, has jets.
And Coach Gary Kanega told us in the pregame, hey, to be in this, we got to stop number 1. And so far they haven't done it, but that big play by Andre Bell with the pick 6 does have them in the game. Fumbled snap by Max. He picks it up, and he'll fall ahead across the line of scrimmage for about a 2-yard gain. Good awareness there by the young quarterback who didn't try to do anything fancy. He probably should have been able to field the snap, but he didn't do anything crazy. He made sure he secured the ball and actually got about 3 yards there. So it'll bring up 2nd and 7.
He's got to help the center out there. That wasn't that bad a snap. So saying that, you're right. He made a nice play. He dropped it and just protected the ball.
Okay, we got 2 receivers to the near side. We got Travis Walker and Andrew Stoll. Going to the far side, Chris Carter for the Bulldogs. Maxa hands off to Tyree across the 50, still churning, across 45, still on his feet, across the 40, still on his feet, down to the 36-yard line. And a late flag on the play. 2 late flags on the play. What a run by Tyree, Chris.
He's tough and fast.
And I'm wondering.
I didn't see what happened in the play.
I didn't either. I don't know if it was, dead ball foul, personal foul against the Bulldogs.
Oh, my gosh.
That'll wipe out that big run.
Are they going to give him the first down and then the 15?
I would think they have to, don't they, if it's a dead ball foul. So they'll march it back, and it'll be 1st and 10.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, ball's going to be put down at about the 49 of Woodridge.
So it's a first down from the 40. So basically, it's first down on the 49-yard line.
Yeah, it amounts to a 2-yard loss for a first down.
Right. There you go.
Pretty much.
You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. But that's what it is. They're going to put it down at the 49. Great run again. Maybe the best run of the night by Tyree, because that was pretty much all him. And he is not a huge guy. He's 5'11", 155, but he's running like he's 185, right? Showed some ability to pull away that time. Maxa hands to Tyree again. This time he scoots it outside, across the 45, inside the 40 to the 35, and he's even further than he was on the last run, inside the 30. They'll spot it right at the 30.
Have another flag out here.
And yet another flag. Boy, we're having a pretty clean game up until now. And it looks like we may be coming back yet again. So Tyree just lost, what, Chris?
That was a 21-yard game.
Yeah, close to 40 yards on 2 penalties.
Right.
So the Bulldogs, their own worst enemy right now. That'll bring up 1st and 15.
Another first down play.
Yeah, well, that is one good thing that's happening for them. You're maintaining the downs. But I'm sure Coach Dry not real pleased there. You got some big plays, and you have to march backwards. You never want to do that.
That was on the outside receiver who wasn't even involved in the play there, so he really can't be happy.
Yeah, makes no sense at all. Maxa hands off again to Tyree across the 45, and this time they've jammed him up. It looks like Andre Bell's the first one to hit him, and number 9, who is the linebacker, Evan Owen, took the ball away, but it was a dead ball, blown dead before that happened.
So we haven't said anything about this yet, I don't believe, but Coach K from Coventry was talking about their offensive and defensive line being mostly freshmen.
Right.
And so on one hand, you can understand the problems they're having with number 1, but they're sticking it out, man.
They are hanging in there. Handoff inside to Lahosky for the first down carry, and it's not Lahosky. That is Rylan West. Rylan West with the first down gain inside the 40 to the 39 for the Bulldogs. So twice now they've overcome big penalties. Back to first down at the 39. I think we were here about 5 minutes ago, weren't we?
Yeah, nice play. Nice play.
Nice run by West. Maxa. Another low snap, picks it up. He'll run ahead, and we got another flag. Maxa up to about the 35-yard line. I'm going to guess a hold based upon the area where the flag came down. And I tell you who's not happy for the Bulldogs. That's number 72, Rainier Moore, the sophomore. I'm guessing it might have been flagged on him because he's not happy.
I mean, that amounts to, if we were counting yards lost, my goodness, how many yards have they lost in penalties tonight? 100?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's been a ton. Just on this drive alone, it's been
at least 50.
40 or 50,
yeah.
Right. 2:50 remaining here in the first half. Please join us at halftime for our halftime guest, Jeff Howard, cross-country coach here at Woodridge. I'm waving to him now. Don't forget me, Jeff. Don't forget me. All right. He's got a big day tomorrow. We're really excited to talk to him about that. So first down, and this time...
First down again.
And a ton. Let's see here. We've got about 25 yards, right? First down, 25.
And, yeah, about 25. That must have been a personal foul, not a hold.
Coming to the near side. He's hit the ball on the field, and looks like, Coventry had it and then maybe gave it back. They did.
Goodness gracious. How big would that have been? Wow.
Evan Owen had the ball for Coventry, rolled over, and the ball came back out of his hands. And I didn't pick up who got on it for the Bulldogs. But, boy, another big loss, but at least the Bulldogs still have possession. Although I'm not sure how much that means, Chris, because I'm losing the ability to. The scoreboard has it at 37. We're going to go with him, so I don't have to add this up here.
Yeah, and in all likelihood, they're going to pick this up for a first down. So
the way it's been going, 2nd and 37. The ball on the 37. Handoff inside. It's our favorite running back. No, it's not. It's Lahosky. Not that he's not our favorite, but he slips down. He gets about 7, give him 8 yards on the pickup. So it'll be 3rd down 29. something like that.
I don't think he was touched. He slipped as well.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously. Well, we did finally get some rain this week, and maybe that.
I just think he was trying to cut quickly, and it just slipped. There's some seams for sure that are wide open.
So what do you do, Chris? Here, do you play it safe or?
I don't think he's playing it safe. I think he's going to go for it.
Maxa looking to pass. He chased out of the pocket, rolls. He has a man open, but a nice tackle right after the catch. It was.
This should be interesting. Okay.
Ryland West caught the ball.
Another flag.
Tackled by Jaden Stover.
Stover on the tackle, and another holding call. And, you know, Chris, we may be in, like, record-setting territory for one drive, the amount of penalties.
He may take this because that was a – where are they spotting the ball?
Why wouldn't you? All right, you want to play for field position. You got 1:05 left here in the first half.
Although it's 4th and 25.
He does turn it down. Yeah, he's going to turn it down. I have certainly been tempted to take it to give myself a little better field position after the punt. And we can't even guarantee it's going to be a punt.
Well, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
I mean, the quarterback is still on the field, but he can also be the punter.
Well, you know the play that I like here. Give it to number 1.
Yeah, exactly. Although I don't see him. So Maxa is back in punt formation inside the 40, and he is going to punt it. It's a low spiral going to the 20 and a great roll inside the 10 to the 8, and it'll be down there with 44 seconds remaining in the first half. So a great punt that time by Maxa
for the
Bulldogs.
Can you see how many timeouts that Woodridge has? Do they have 3?
Yeah. Woodridge has 3 left. Wow. Coventry has 2.
They're going to make them work here then.
Yeah, I would think so. And that's why I'm not here to criticize, but I think I would have accepted that penalty for the field position.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that punt's going to roll. It's going to roll. But
right.
But you don't know that ahead of time, and now you're really backed up, and you certainly don't want to make a mistake down at this part of the field if you're the Comets. So Little's asking for a play from the sideline and doesn't get it in time, so they're going to have to take a timeout.
I don't think they have 11 players on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 10 players on the field. At least I think they do.
No, that may have been why they took the timeout. So, folks, if you want to keep up with Northeast Ohio sports, high school, college, and pros, Fifth Dimension Radio's weekly sports talk show, 10 Cent Beer Night, is the place to be. Join hosts Seth Wapaki and Fifth Dimension Radio owner Bob Fritz every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. as they examine the ups and downs of the previous week in area sports, including a look back at tonight's matchup. That's 10 Cent Beer Night on Fifth Dimension Radio's YouTube page. So, this game, Chris, just kind of ground to a halt here in the second quarter with, I should have been counting at least 5.
Thank you.
5 penalties against the Woodridge offense. There may have been a 6th in there. And finally, the punt to Coventry, and they got to be careful here. 44 seconds remaining, and as you noted, Woodridge with 3 timeouts left. So.
Now, saying that, it has been quite entertaining.
Yeah.
We've not known what to expect.
I'm wondering if Coach Kaniga tries to throw a little wrinkle here. Okay. Can't tell if it's...
I think it's just going to be a lot of...
a run to the near side by Little, who was the back. This time he breaks free across the 20, out to the 23. That changes the equation a little bit. Timeout for the first down. And the quarterback is once again Mason DeMeth. So Coventry has changed quarterbacks fairly often here in the first half. The clock is running down to 25 seconds.
I think this is smart. I mean,
first and 10.
You have momentum. Don't do anything too crazy here.
DeMeth under center, eye in the backfield. He turns and pitches it to Little, who will run to the far side. Got a little room over there. He's across the 25 and taken down at the 26-yard line. And the Tackle is by Freddie Pettit for Woodridge.
Number 24.
5 seconds remaining, first half. Second down and about 7, and
I think
Coventry
Coventry called that.
And here's what I'm thinking. You tell me if it's a crazy idea. I think coach is wanting to explain to his quarterback, we got 5 seconds here. I want you to run those 5 seconds off by backing up so that Woodridge can't take a timeout, and somehow get the ball back. That's just a guess. Or maybe they just, again, didn't have the right set on the field. A little difficult to take 3 timeouts in 5 seconds.
So. It's hard to say. It's curious to me why Taylor's not in the game, but has he returned?
I didn't pick him up that time. I see somebody limping on the far side for Coventry, but I don't think it's Taylor. I don't know. Can you pick that up over there?
I can't pick up his number.
Single-digit uniform, so it's not Taylor.
I mean, Little's playing well.
That may be Taylor that he's sitting on the bench with, though. So I gotta assume that they're gonna take a knee here and go to halftime and be pretty happy about being down just 1 score, but we'll see. So again, it's Mason DeMeff at quarterback. He's under center. Call signals. He will hand it off to the up back, and he's met and taken down. And I think that may have been Evan Owen. Couldn't see him.
So look at the difference in the sidelines, Ron, between Coventry running, sprinting off the field excited.
Yeah, they very much are.
You got to love that energy that the coach has created over there.
So we are at halftime. The score, Woodridge 14, Coventry 7. We're going to take this first time out during the Edward Jones halftime and be back to talk to Woodridge cross-country coach Jeff Howard.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, I'll get around to it someday, Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race. Own a little and love it a lot. Thestable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. Thestable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. Thestable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Ron Whitmer back here at John Lahosky Field at Bulldog Stadium at Woodridge High School. And I think I got all 3 of those right. And I'm joined here at halftime during a much more interesting game than I'm hoping that the Woodridge faithful were hoping for tonight. But it's been entertaining, and it's anybody's ball game. I'm joined by Jeff Howard. Jeff's not a football coach, but I know he's a football fan. So before we get to cross country, Jeff, are you getting a little nervous tonight?
Yeah, it's been exciting to watch our kids compete. We got a lot of our track kids out there, so it's fun to watch them going after it. And our coaches do a really nice job. They work hard, and it's good to see them out there competing. Coventry's always got some good athletes, and they've done a nice job tonight.
Yeah, they're playing hard. Okay, so lots to talk about here. We have regular season cross country going on. Woodridge is a perennial power in cross country. I think anybody in Northeast Ohio knows that. Jeff is both the boys and girls coach for cross country.
Yes, sir.
And also the girls coach for track. Do I have
correct.
that right?
Yep.
So cross country season, we're going to talk about cross country right now. How's the season going so far?
Really good. Our both teams are running really well. Our guys are currently ranked first in Ohio, and our girls are ranked fourth this week. The girls have been ranked as high as first, but they're running well. It's just some really good teams coming back. The Minervas are defending state champs. They're in our division, and they beat us a couple weeks ago at Boardman, but the kids are running great. And, we're excited for the postseason here as we get closer to it.
Right. In postseason, what's your progression? Where do you run the first meet? And I believe, do they do district and regional? Or
They do.
Okay.
They do. So after our conference meeting, we'll run on a Thursday out at Silver Creek Park out in Norton. We'll run our conference meet, the Metro, and then we go up to Lorain Community College to run our district championship, and then we should get through there, and then we head out to Boardman again for the regional championship, and then back to Obetz for hopefully a state championship run.
So one quick team question. Do your runners, because of the tradition that's been built here, do you think they feel any extra anxiety or stress knowing that it's their turn to keep that going and then pass the torch, or is every season its own season?
Well, every season's its own. I think our kids get a rough situation because the expectation is pretty high.
Right.
I think sometimes we've come out of there. Last year we were third and fourth in the state, and the kids were disappointed. And most teams, I think, would be happy to be third and fourth.
Exactly.
And, but the bar's pretty high for them, and I think they rise up to it, and they're excited about it. But Coach Stammen, who started our program, he was down there working with me all day today, and he's still really involved. And we've had a really nice tradition. We've only had 2 coaches in the history of the program, so it's been good that he's still involved. And our kids do. They manage that stress and race really well when the time comes in November.
I want to talk about tomorrow, but I'd be remiss if I didn't squeeze this in. So when you started here in cross country, you mentioned Coach Stammen, who was a longtime legend here, and he had a junior high coach.
I think you know him. I think you know him. Yeah, your father was at my wedding in 1996, and he coached middle school cross before I did. I started here in '94, graduated from Kent State in '94, and I think Don was there in '92. And then there was an interim group there, and then I took over in '94, and I was a middle school coach for 4 years under Stan, and then he retired in '98. And I took over in '98.
And I know he's listening in tonight, so
hey,
thanks for referencing his name. And just so that you know, he called you this morning one of the great people that he's known. So,
thank you.
And I can't disagree with that. So let's move on now to tomorrow. And there's going to be another Whitmer connection, which I'm sure you're thrilled about. But in the big picture tomorrow, you've got 30-ish high school teams and 20-some middle school teams. Kind of a huge day, an invitational. And if I read right, the 40th?
Yeah, it's our 40th
So it's
annual.
a special one.
Yeah.
So tell me what's all going on tomorrow. I'm sure Woodridge is a favorite. Who else should we be looking for?
Well, Summit Country Day from Cincinnati came up. I was driving their coaches around tonight, showing them the course. They drove up, and they're staying out, up the road here tonight. So they come up from Cincinnati. They're really good. And there's a lot of local teams that are good too. But I would say Summit Country Day. Fort Laramie comes over from Northwest Ohio. They come over. They're always ranked pretty high in the D3 rankings. So we got some good teams, but it's I would argue it's Ohio's toughest course, and we've been down there a long time. Stan created the course, and it's a tough one. And we worked all day setting it up, and we're excited. Our cross country families are awesome, and just the work that they do and the time that they give, and our athletic administrators, Nick and those guys, just really do a good job for us, and we're really fortunate to be here.
I know my oldest son ran that course many years ago when he was an up-and-coming, much better runner than his father ever was. And then tomorrow, an 8th grade nephew of mine will be running for Talmadge, and he's also way better of an athlete than I ever was. So I'm going to be there tomorrow. You'll be busy, but if I see you, I'll give you a tip of the cap.
Those middle school races are competitive. Wadsworth, Hudson, they're the middle school racers. We got a lot of the big local schools coming in. They like to run here. And it's just a lot of the schools don't like those tough courses. They want to run those fast
course,
courses.
And it'll get you ready for anything you're going to see the rest of the season.
That's true story.
Right? So give the folks an idea of the schedule for tomorrow if they're wanting to come out.
Yeah, so we'll start at 8:30 in the morning. We've got a couple girls' races at 8:30 and 9:10, but the high school, in case it's anybody's homecoming, it happens to be ours this year, so we get the high school girls done earlier than the high school boys. Then we do a fun round at 11:20, and then we start with the middle school stuff after that. So we got 4 middle school races, and we break them up by roster size rather than school size because it seems to be a little more competitive.
Okay. Well, not that it's our fault, but this is our 3rd consecutive weekend of broadcasting on somebody's homecoming. So, if that gets to be a little much, we'll take that on. That's our fault. But I hope that all goes well for you tomorrow. I know it's a huge day. Best of luck to you as you look forward to another state championship. And good luck when it gets to be track season, too, because that track team is, Chris was mentioning the beautiful facility here for track, and I know you guys have high hopes again this year in track.
We do. We're fortunate. We got a good place here. Track and cross country are people are mindful of it here, and I don't think that's always true. And we're fortunate here to have people that support us, so it's a good thing.
Well, the coach often is the center of that, and you've been here for a long time making things happen. So, Jeff, thanks so much.
Appreciate you
Really
guys.
appreciate it, and good luck to you tomorrow.
Thank you,
and going down the road.
Appreciate it. Tell your folks I said hey.
I will do that. That's Jeff Howard, cross-country coach here at Woodridge. We'll be back for halftime stats and a look at the second half right after this message.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
So we're back here at halftime. We've just been entertained by the Coventry Marching Band, and the Woodridge Band will be taking the field here in just a moment. And Chris, for the first time in a few weeks, we got a little bit of time here to delve into what happened in that first half. And to me, the key was Andre Bell's pick 6, because at that point it looked like Woodridge was going to move in for a 3-score lead, and were kind of having their way on the ground. After that pick 6, all of a sudden Woodridge starts shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, the number of penalties on that last Woodridge drive that resulted in no points has really ended up making this a ball game, and that's why you mentioned as Coventry was leaving the field at halftime, they are very excited and very much in this game.
Well, they were pumped up coming off the field. I mean, they were hooping and hollering and sprinting off the field. Just a totally different demeanor than the Woodridge team, and rightfully so. Woodridge shot themselves in the foot. We were talking about it before half. I don't know what the yardage total was, but it was at least 50 yards in penalties, where they likely would have scored easily 2 times, 3 times over.
Right.
And it puts you. Now, mind you, they're winning the game by a score. They're essentially controlling. Whatever they want to do offensively, they're able to do without, when they're not being penalized.
They are definitely winning the statistical battle.
They have 120 yards in rushing, another 125 in passing. So, they're doing a good job, and that's before. We weren't even counting the penalty yards they lost.
Tyree would have had another easy 50 or 60 yards that got called back because of penalty on the ground.
So they're doing some great things. Clearly they're doing some great things. And Coventry's just battling, right? They're battling, and they're just staying, and they're gritty. I'm trying to figure out the right word. Gritty.
Right.
It's the only thing I can come up with.
That's absolutely the word. And as a matter of fact, in his comments to me, so earlier in the week I make contact with both of the head coaches, and one of the things that Coach DeRio mentioned about Coventry was that exact word. He said they're gritty. That worried him, because how many points do you get for gritty? It's different every game, right? But you don't want to rely on a team that you say, well, they're gritty. Sometimes that's taken as that's a toss away.
Right,
He's just saying that to be nice. No, he wasn't saying it to be nice. They showed exactly that tonight, and consequently, we have anybody's ball game. Yeah, we've seen a lot of first halves that have been close and ended up being in semi-routes this season. I'm not sure I see that happening right now unless Coventry wears down. You got the big back who had a nice first half. Lamar Taylor did a nice job, and eventually, he's knocking them down for 5, 6, 7, 8 at a clip. But eventually, he's going to break one. At least I get the feeling.
They didn't have the ball that much when you think about it. They had one long drive that was stalled, and then they had, two shorter drives. Woodridge had, I wish we would have kept, or I would have kept time of possession. They had the ball most majority of the half.
Right.
Taylor controlled the line, when he was in, 21 yards on 6 carries. Doesn't seem like much, but punishing runner.
Yeah, that's the thing. It takes its toll on the D-line and the linebackers. And like I said, I just get the feeling, and I'm sure Woodridge is going to do their best not to let it happen, but I feel like he's got a big one in him, and if Woodridge can't extend this lead, this one-score lead, they put Taylor back in play here, and he can be a difference maker. We've seen Andre Bell make a lot of difference on defense. The obvious one is the pick 6 for, I don't even remember how many yards. It was either
80 yards.
80 or 85, yeah. But he had a lot of key tackles, too, and he's kept the scoreboard reasonable, 14-7 at halftime.
Yeah, they did. And, as we were talking to the coach before the game, and I don't know if it was on the taped interview or as we were just, talking to him before that, but one of the things he stressed to us was taking this team and getting them from a point where when he took over mid-year last year from a running clock scenario to getting to a point where they're in games in the second half. And
there you are. That's where
check
we're
that
at.
box. They're in the game in the second half, and kudos to him and those boys for being in it.
So let's take a little look around the local high school football scene tonight here in the Metro Athletic Conference. Obviously, Woodridge is leading Coventry at halftime 14-7. Over at Springfield, the Spartans have fallen on hard times. They're down 42-0 to an 0-5 Field Falcons team.
That's too bad.
Also, in the third quarter, the big one tonight, Norton at Streetsboro, that's knotted at 7.
Oh, wow.
So there's a game that you expected to be close, and it is close. That's at Streetsboro. And then the other game, Cloverleaf leading Ravenna 16-0, also at halftime. So anything jump out at you there?
Well, I haven't seen Cloverleaf. We haven't seen Cloverleaf play. So, I'm a little surprised at the Streetsboro-Norton game. I'm not surprised that it's close. I am surprised that it's low scoring. Did you say that was halftime?
Halftime, yeah.
Norton's been putting up 60, 55, 60 points a game, and Streetsboro's been doing pretty much the same thing. So to see that, that's a little surprising.
Well, here's another surprising one for you in the Suburban National tonight. Undefeated Nordonia in the late second quarter, trailing North Royalton 28-27. North Royalton goes into that one 1-4.
Wow.
So that's a big surprise there. Stowe Monroe Falls is trailing Solon at the half, 14-0.
That's a surprise to me.
Yeah, Solon went in 1-4. Yeah, I agree. That's a surprise. Wadsworth, no surprise here, leading Brecksville Broadview Heights 35-6 at halftime. And Hudson over 4-1 Twinsburg 21-0 at halftime. So Hudson really starting to play like people expected them to be, and that should be an interesting one when Hudson comes in.
Highland is putting it to Talmadge 42-0 in the second quarter.
Yeah, I got an update on that one at halftime. Highland's up 49-0 now. Revere sticking it to the Falls at half, 42-0. And here's the one, Chris, we've been talking. So 1-4 Barberton, late second quarter, leading Roosevelt, who's 3-2, 22-14. So we've been seeing improvement in the Magics. We're going to see them again in a couple of weeks. Be interesting to see how they finish the season. And then the final game in the Suburban American is Copley leading Aurora 14-7 late second quarter.
Hoban leads Walsh 10-7 at half.
Is that, and that one's at Dowd Field, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, you had a son that played at Hoban. Is
right.
Hoban Walsh now the Holy War? What's going on with St. V?
Well, St. V has only scored, I think, 2 touchdowns this year, so
yeah.
On hard times. But yeah, it is. That game is sold out tonight, which is pretty common nowadays. They don't play it, at Akron U anymore, so yeah, it's definitely a rivalry, and 2 quality programs, and I think good for Akron. Whenever you get a bunch of quality teams together, and we talked about, I love the Hudson, Nordonia, those teams. Wadsworth. I love it when those teams are competitive and the whole community is behind them. It's no different, right? And what's better on a Friday night when you have packed stadiums and the bands are here? And what game were we at where we had like 1,000 cheerleaders?
It's funny you bring that up. That was Green at Talmadge. And I'm looking, and talk about the hard luck team of the season so far. Green went into tonight 1-4.
Yeah.
They're trailing McKinley 7-3 at halftime. So another very winnable game for the Green Bulldogs. We'll see how that one turns out.
They played a heck of a schedule. I mean, they really have.
Lake tied with Northwest at halftime, 7-7. Bit of a surprise there. Perry leading Jackson 14-3 on the road. And Hoover, undefeated Hoover, 14-7 over Glen Oak in the third quarter.
Has Glen Oak won yet this year?
They have won. 1-4 is Glen Oak.
So that, that's a little bit of a surprise too, right? I mean, on any given
close,
Friday night, and
right?
it's funny. And I haven't coached for several years now, but or at least a couple of years now. And it was always like week 5, week 6 or 7. It always seemed like there was those 2 or 3, 4 upsets. You're kind of getting to the middle of the league, and it's hard to maintain focus. It's a long season. People on the outside maybe don't think it is 10 weeks or 10 games anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But you forget these young men are like, they start in June nowadays.
Yeah.
They have mini camps in June, then they continue in July, and they start for real in August, and they don't get much time off.
Yeah, it's definitely a long season. Here's one from the City Series. A little bit of a surprise here. Another one of our hard luck teams of the season. Ellett at 1-4 playing East at East. Well, that may well be at Ellett, though, right? Is Ellett East's home field. East leading 6-0 at the half. So Ellett right in another game. They're itching to get over the hump there at Ellett. See if I can pick up some other.
And from my, what I'm thinking is East is probably the favorite to win that league.
That's what I thought,
and, so what does that mean? That means really good things for Ellett. And I know Coach Sachs last week was saying, hey, my goal's a winning season. And I think it's almost in reach.
Yeah, might be. CVCA up on Lake Catholic late second quarter, 21-14.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's that program has really taken off. I'm trying to think who their is it Larlam is their head coach? Anyway, just a great job turning that program around into a really top-notch, top-flight program.
They're getting a lot of talent there at CVCA these days. Last week's winner on Fifth Dimension Radio, Mogadore up 21-6 over Cleveland Central Catholic. That one's at half. Mogadore at 4-1, Central Catholic at 3-2 going into that one. So again, Coach Adorni at Mogadore, I don't think anybody saw him at 5-1. So if they can hold on there, they're off to a really good start.
I was just looking at their schedule. I think yesterday or the day before. Good chance to run the table here. I think I think tonight was a tough game, and good chance to run the table from here on out. Get a good seed in the playoffs, and then you and I need to talk Bob into letting us call that first or second game in the state playoffs if I can find a sponsor.
Well,
So there you go.
I think that's very possible. And Bob is actually not out of mind, but out of sight tonight. He is on the roof right above Chris and I.
But he can hear us.
I don't think he can. Does he have? Oh, he has a head. Hey,
Yes.
Bob. Wave to us, Bob.
Yeah, don't jump off the thing after I
All
said that,
right.
Bob. But he was pretty happy with himself as you were talking about the skyline.
Yeah.
He was able to
Oh,
pan.
my goodness.
To pan the skyline.
There he goes.
So if you check us out on Monday night, you will be able to see that.
Nice work, Bob. So hope you're doing well up there. You got the place to yourself, I believe. Let's see what else we had. Revere leading the Falls 42-0. And trying to pick up some other city scores here. Not having much luck. But that's a pretty comprehensive look at the area in football,
Let me see if I can find
high school
a,
football tonight. We'll try to update you on some finals as we get them late in the game or in our post-game show. A reminder, post-game tonight, we'll be picking our Cambria Bistro Player of the Game. The winner will receive a gift card to Cambria Bistro and a beautiful Player of the Game shirt that's presented by Screen Print Original. So looking forward to that. We'll start giving some thought to that. There's, I think, a few candidates tonight. Certainly one of the leading candidates is Jonathan Tyree for the Bulldogs. I think Andre Bell for Coventry is right in it. We have not even really had a strong consideration of a defensive player. Bell plays on both sides of the ball, but he's had a real big game on the defensive side tonight. So we'll see what the second half brings us. The Bulldogs will be kicking it off. Kicker is Mason Endlick from the 40. They're going from left to right on your computer, tablet, or smartphone screen. And back to receive for Coventry. Looks like Bell on the far side, handling the return duties. And I can't really pick up who's back there with him. Looks like a short kick coming down at the 20. The up back has it there across the 25, across the 30, 35, 40, across the 45, flag down. Across midfield to the 40, 35, 30, and out of bounds at about the 25-yard line was number 18.
Well,
18 is Ollie Doken.
Another flag down.
But everybody's marching back. Another beautiful return, but a holding call. Flag is down at about the 35 of Coventry, so we'll mark it back from there apparently. And I say this all the time, Chris, and I understand the referees are out there to do the job.
Right.
They see it, they got to call it. But boy, we've had some big plays called back by flags tonight. Some really, really big plays, and that was one.
Certainly have.
What a great way to start the half would that have been for the Comets? Deep in Woodridge territory. Instead, they'll be set back to their own 25. 1st and 10 for the Comets there.
Well, let's see if they can, keep that momentum going, though, right? They left with momentum in the first half. That first play showed that. Let's see what they can get, what they can do on this drive.
And
hopefully something positive.
It looks like the senior Little is back under center. Now he's got a new set in the backfield. He's got twins next to him in the backfield. Little fakes the handoff. He'll run to the near side. He's being pursued, and he's going to get hit at about the 23 and dropped at the 24-yard line. Great pursuit that time by number 12 for Woodridge, and that's William Lasco. Will Lasco on the tackle for the Bulldogs for a yard loss.
Yeah, I don't recall that formation in the first half. They may have ran it, but split backs, shotgun.
So tackle for loss by Lasco. It brings up a 2nd down 11.
Back to the eye. It's been successful for them.
Little under center. He'll pitch to Taylor. Taylor across the 30 to 31-yard line. A nice 2nd down pickup. Bring up 3rd and about 4. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line.
Nice run by Taylor there. Let's see if they can keep him involved here.
Browning checks into the backfield. He'll be now, he checks into the huddle. He'll split wide to the far side for the Comets. Little under center, eye in the backfield. Three-man front for Woodridge. They're showing pressure. Handoff to Taylor. He's across the 35 and appears to have enough for the first down.
So he has it.
So a nice little power run there by Lamar Taylor. And the Comets will get another fresh set of downs here. 10-15, third quarter. Woodridge leads Coventry 14-7.
Got a little lucky there. They ran to the opposite side of a blitz and paid off. First down.
Woodridge in a 3-4 look here. Brady Steele in the backfield with Little this time to his right. Little hands his, it's Taylor actually. A flea flicker back to Little, pass downfield and intercepted on the far side. And there he is, Jonathan Tyree, the D-back, running back, picks it off at about the 41, and a flag, of course, on the play. What do you think, Chris? Was there a taunting on that, or
they were 15 yards away from an official? I'm not sure what's gonna be here.
No, it's not. What is that call?
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
Unsportsman. Okay. So that most likely is what it was.
Yeah.
So it looked like Tyree, who made a great play on the ball, set his team back from really good field position to just average field position. But they do get the takeaway, the Bulldogs, and they have a 14-7 lead, 9:37 third quarter.
You know, Coventry was trying to take advantage of that momentum, and it maybe asking a little bit too much of his quarterback there.
Yeah, I think he tried to squeeze one in where it really wasn't there, because Tyree was right there on the coverage and stepped in front and took that one away. So, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Max is still the quarterback. He's got Tyree with him. And Ryland West, the up back in the backfield. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side. Maxa, his own 20. Ball snapped high. Maxa comes down with it. Passes to the near side. Caught by number 3, Travis Walker. Another great job by Maxa to come down with an errant snap and turn a big loss into a 2-yard gain by Walker. So bring up 2nd and 8. Impressed with the athleticism, Chris, of Maxa. And you weren't there, but we actually had the pleasure of calling the Copley at Woodridge basketball game last fall when Maxa was a freshman, and he's doing big things for the Bulldogs on the basketball court as well. Another high snap. Maxa hands off. Tyree drops it, but falls right on it. Flag on the play.
I think there's a ball marker, Ron. Out there it is?
Yeah, no, there's another flag back at the 20. And I don't know what that was all about, because he wasn't marking a ball clear back there at the 20. So
maybe he's just not good at throwing his beanbag.
Or maybe he just, exactly. He saw a fumble and he just didn't get it very far.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be thankful that was not a penalty, but it is a 3rd down and long. 3rd and still about 8 for the Bulldogs.
So 2 plays, 2 fumbles, bad, I don't know what you call them, mishandling of the footballs.
Yeah. Maxa rolling to the right. Has a man along the sideline open for the first down at about the 39-yard line. There he is again. Andrew Stull. It seems to be one of his favorite routes is the sideline route for the first down. Did a good job of keeping his feet in bounds. Maxa did a nice job of hitting him right in the hands.
Excellent pass.
The Bulldogs have another first down. 1st and 10 at their own 39. Clock running, 8:13, third quarter. Maxa, the sophomore. Alongside him is Tyree. Handoff. to Tyree. Up the middle across the 40 to 45. He's got room to the outside. He crosses midfield at the 50. Cuts it back to the 45, to the 40. Still on his feet. Pushing ahead to about the 36. Still on his feet. And finally brought down at the 33-yard line. What a great carry that time.
Great play. A great run.
By Jonathan Tyree. Another big 30-yard carry, Chris?
Yeah, I had that at 35 yards.
35. And again, I mean, his line's doing a nice job up front, but a lot of this is just the young man staying on his feet and getting 10, 15 extra yards.
I think you call that right, Ron. Like the first 10 yards, all the credit in the world to his line. After that, man, the shifts and moves, and great job.
We'll mention that line here in a minute. Quarterback keeper this time, Maxa up the middle. He's got big yardage, still on his feet, gets it inside the 25, and he appears to be just about a yard short, so give him a pickup of 9 on the play. Second down 1. Bulldogs not only chewing up some yardage here, but chewing up some clock.
Second down 2.
7:04 remaining, third quarter.
I'm not really sure we mentioned the size of Maxa, but he's listed at 6'4", 210. He looks bigger than 210.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well put together young man. Takes the snap. Hands to Lahosky up the middle. He's got a hole. He's got about 7 yards and plenty for the first down. But a flag on the far side by the linesman. Looks like he's signaling possibly an illegal shift. Did I pick that up right?
You did.
So that'll set him back, take away the first down yardage by, I don't know if it was Lahosky or Ryland West, but regardless, they're not going to get the yardage. It's a loss of 5 on the penalty. Brings up second down 7, 6:38 to play third quarter.
What made that play so nice is they run a lot of stretches, plays that take a little longer to develop, and that was a quick hitter with the fullback, right? And bam, 10 yards later. It would have been a first down, of course, without the penalty, but it seems like we're seeing that a lot tonight.
Will Lasco in place of Carter on the far side at wide receiver on this play. Ball's on the 30. Snap, rolling left is Maxa. He's going to keep the ball, and this time he's hit and taken down for a loss on the play. The tackle.
What in the world is going on?
57, who I don't have. We're going to give it to Owen on the tackle.
So the line judge, I'm trying to explain this so the people at home can try to visualize this. The line judge on the far side, who is at where the play is made, behind the line of scrimmage, just the flag, 15 yards downfield.
Personal foul. Woodridge.
After the play.
And he called it both ways, so there were offsetting penalties. And I'm going to try to be on my best behavior and just say no harm, no foul. And we'll play it again. Third down and 9. The only thing I really don't like about that is now the clock is stopped. It's 6:02 remaining, third quarter. Play clock started. And got apologies here tonight because I think more than once I've credited Nathaniel Lahosky with carries that were actually Ryland West. So Ryland, if that's the case when you're looking at game film, I apologize. Close numbers sometimes are hard to pick up. Maxa back to throw at the 40. He's got pressure. He throws as he's hit and throws it out of bounds. Great pressure that time from Alex Udy for the Comets. That'll bring up 4th and 9. So
one thing that's not going to hurt them is that play. They have that double covered, and he almost threw another pick six.
Yeah. That's, I've been very complimentary of his decision-making, but that play right there and the one that cost him 6 points earlier were indications he's still got a little bit of youth in him in terms of his decision making, because he got away with one there. So 4th down and 9. Woodridge with the ball at the 32 will be going for it here. Big play for the Comets. Maxa in the shotgun. Drops the pass, looking downfield. Got a lot of time, has a man open. It's Stoll, but did he hang on? He did. What a catch by Andrew Stoll at the 12. Chris, it looked for a second like the DB had knocked it out of his hands, and that was Bell again. I think it was on the coverage, but a great catch by Andrew Stoll.
Great catch.
And a nice pass by Maxa. You know,
well,
it was.
They're talking about it now.
Uh-oh.
So
yeah, maybe my original view was correct. No. Somebody convinced somebody that he grabbed it, so they're gonna keep it right there. 1st down.
It looked like he got hit in the head.
1st and 10. Ball marked at the 12 for the Bulldogs. They lead 14-7. Maxa. And we've got a whistle and a stoppage of play. Timeout by Coventry. So with that, and Woodridge leading 14-7, we'll take this 30-second timeout.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
So we're back here at Lahosky Field at Bulldog Stadium at Woodridge High School. Ron Whitmer, Chris Canova, Fifth Dimension Radio. And Chris, I was mentioning during the break, you know, I think one of the keys to the game so far that maybe is getting a little bit overlooked is the Bulldogs' ability to come back from 4th and long, 3rd and forever, mostly because of penalties, but all night long they've overcome those, and here they are again. They're 1st down 10 at the 12-yard line, looking to make this a 2-score game.
Yeah, they're gaining yards in big bunches, and
Maxa takes the snap up the middle. He's across the 10, and did he lose the ball? I think he did. Coventry's on it. The referee is pointing the Comets with another big defensive stop. Well, they're going to give 14 the recovery.
Right.
David Browning, the receiver and DB. So Browning comes up with a big play.
Nice play design. They're going to fake the little swing pass again. The quarterback goes at the gut, and he gets walloped.
Yeah, he did.
And ball pops out, and great play by Coventry.
Wow. I don't know that we've had a game all season where it looked like it was about to get out of control multiple times, and the defense for the Comets has risen up, and Coach Kanega has to be really excited about his young defensive unit. So it looks like, boy, they're way down at the end of the field. Looks like Little. No, it's not. Pitch out to Taylor for about 5-yard gain, and the quarterback is once again Mason Demep. Demep is a freshman, by the way, and doing a nice job in relief of Little off and on here tonight. Taylor about 5, so call it 2nd and 5, 4:48 remaining, 3rd quarter.
Coach K mentioned several freshmen starting on the offensive line as well.
Yeah.
You know, keeping the clock running, and I'm guessing Coventry is liking that part.
Dimeth under center. Turns, hands to Taylor. Taylor across the 15-yard line. They're actually going to spot him just inside the 15. That'll bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and about 2 for the Comets. We've seen very little. Have we seen a pass by the Comets tonight?
I'm not
Chris?
sure that we've seen a pass. Well, hold on. I should know this. I'm keeping the stats, right?
I'm sure. There have been so few that
we have
I
caught.
don't
They have
remember.
one completion.
One completion. So
for 6 yards.
So I'm going to guess Taylor gets the ball here, but maybe it's the exact right time to spring somebody out of the backfield. Handoff Taylor. He's across the 15, out near the 17. Looks like he's got the first down. He does. Mark him at the 17, just beyond maybe the 18. First down, Coventry. So a really big series to get them out of a bit of a hole there. They still got some work to do. But we'll call it the 18-yard line, 1st and 10 for Coventry, 3:36 remaining. They trail by 7 in a bit of a surprise. Woodridge 14, Coventry 7.
They're averaging 3.5 yards a play, right? And that's all they need.
Big fella up front. Braden Harris, a sophomore, looks like at center, doing a nice job. Snap. Rolling out, looking to pass this time is DeMeff. He looks downfield and is picked off and dropped. Or is it? Yeah, it's dropped. Boy, Mr. Everything, John Tyree, had it in his hands, and as he hit the turf, it came loose, Chris. But there he is again. It's a definition of not just a football player, but an athlete. You know, he broke on that ball. He wasn't right there, but he got there in a hurry once the ball was put in the air.
Speed, and more speed. He broke on that ball, and quarterback didn't see him. The quarterback has to throw that ball towards the sidelines, and it was just too much in play.
Full house in the backfield, 2nd and 10. Pitch to the near side of Taylor. Beats one man across the 20, 25, across the 30 to 32. Big, strong run by Lamar Taylor. Gets Coventry definitely out of the hole now. And we got a whistle. I thought maybe we have a man down, but we don't, so we're good. They're going to spot it at the 31.
Can we talk about that stiff arm right there? Wow.
That's a man's play, is it not? That is a man's play.
He buried the young man from Woodridge and created, an extra 10 yards.
A senior running back is saying, feed me, I'm ready. Handoff from Little to Taylor again. He's across the 35, out near the 40. He's taken down at the 39-yard line. So that'll leave him about 2 yards, maybe 3 short. They're going to mark him right at the 39. So that brings up 2nd and 2. 2:17 remaining, third quarter, and timeout on the field. Let's see what we have. A referee's
we
timeout.
have an injury.
And boy, I jinxed him, didn't I, Chris? Just after I called out Braden Harris, the center, he goes down. I saw him grabbing for a leg. I'm not sure if it's an ankle or a knee, but we'll come back and find out after we take this 60-second timeout.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race. Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. TheStable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. TheStable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
So back here at Woodridge, and Braden Harris is back on his feet slowly with assistance walking towards the far sideline. We hope, I saw him bending the knee as if it might have been a cramp, Chris, and I'm hoping that that's the case and it'll loosen up for him because they need him in the center of that line, a very young line, as you were mentioning when we were off the air there.
72. Freshman Ben Smith is on the line.
We got 50.
66 is a senior. He's on the line.
50 at tackle here on the near side. 50 is Mackay Woolridge. He's the senior. Okay, Little under center as we resume play. He tosses out to Taylor, and he can't handle the snap. It's on the field. It looks like Woodridge may be on this one. Haven't seen. Yes, they are. We'll have to see if we can pick it up. Looked like number 34 for the Bulldogs. That's Freddie Pettit on the recovery. So Coach, unfortunate, the Comets were kind of on a roll there, and wasn't a bad pitch to Taylor. Not exactly where he would probably prefer it, but probably should have pulled it in and instead put it on the ground. Had a big half going, but that's going to turn the momentum back to the Bulldogs at the 36-yard line of Coventry with a 14-7 lead.
Coach from Coventry told us before the game, they've been giving way too many gifts away this year. Right.
Well, there's another one.
There's another one.
All right, Maxa with a low snap will take it right up the middle, and he's met there for about a 2 or 3 yard gain. I'll say this for Maxa, when he struggles with the snap, he also knows exactly what to do, which is turn himself upfield and get what he can get, and he did that time before. He was taken down by Brad Little for the Comets. I'm always amazed when guys who play the quarterback position also play linebacker and have their nose right in the middle of everything. It just boggles my mind. Maxa hands off to Tyree. He's got a pickup of about another 3 or 4. It'll bring up third down short for the Bulldogs inside the 30-yard line of the Coventry Comets. 1:13 remaining, third quarter.
So you figure Woodridge is in 4-down territory. They've been in 4-down territory the entire night. So let's see what Coventry can do here.
Maxa in the shotgun. Hands to Tyree up the middle. He's got room. He's across the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. John Tyree with a big touchdown run of 30 yards to give the Bulldogs the 2-score lead, 20-7 here with 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Yep.
And here's the best part of that play, Chris. The only yellow out there is the goalpost right now, right? So we finally had a big play for Tyree that counts. We had a lot of those, and this one counts.
You called it. And a big chunk play on offense again, 30 yards.
So Stoll attempting the extra point this time. It looked like somebody from Coventry got a hand on it. The kick is no good. So a little bit of a surprise that Stoll was kicking the extra point. So that's going to leave us at 20-7. Woodridge the lead, 46 seconds remaining. And, oh, boy, is that Brad Little who's reaching for his ankle? I think it is. He was in on the try for point, and he's back down inside the 5-yard line. Your starting
that
quarterback.
Might be a cramp. I'm hoping it's a cramp.
Yeah, as am I.
Big chunk plays are the story of the day for Woodridge, and they seem to be doing whatever they want, and just they can't escape the penalty bug. And they did on that play, which was good for them. Tyree is at 140 yards rushing on, get this, 11 carries.
Now not counting the 3 or 4 other carries that would have been another 60 yards.
Yeah, right? You called that. So he would be at 200 yards easily.
And some things are surprising and some aren't. Coach Kanega told us pre-game, we got to stop number 1. They have not stopped number 1. But they're still in the ball game. It's 20-7, still third quarter. Hey, fans, I want to give you a quick reminder that you can hear and see a video replay of tonight's game on Monday night at 6 p.m., streaming live on WAOH.TV. That's WAOH.TV, Monday at 6 p.m., our streaming partner for the video version. Okay, we only broadcast live on audio on Friday nights, but you have multiple chances to see this game and hear it as the week goes on, either by Saturday night or Sunday morning. And they're They are now helping Little off the field.
Did we mention that Jonathan Tyree is a sophomore?
We may have, but we haven't driven it home, and we certainly ought to. And I think I have mentioned this before. So he returns kicks, he plays defense, he runs the heck out of the ball, and he's kicking off. Now, what is that all about, Chris? He shouldn't be that good, but he apparently is that good. So. Usually you don't think of your athletes as the kicker, right? But in this case, he is the athlete, and he is kicking. He hasn't kicked all game. He kicked, I think, one earlier.
So they mentioned they had a quarterback competition during the summer, and the other young man who unfortunately got hurt, I think he broke his collarbone, Coach said?
Yeah, Johnston, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's in in those notes that I gave you earlier.
I wonder what year
we want to call him out.
Doesn't say what year he's in.
Rory Johnston went down in game one. Mm-hmm. And also one of their top receivers, Kellen Moore, has been out since week 1 or 2. So the Bulldogs, and we probably in fairness, we haven't mentioned that enough. They're not playing with what were their guys at the beginning of the year, and they're still doing really well.
10 people out injured.
Yeah. Woodridge up 20-7 over Coventry. 46 seconds remaining, third quarter. Jonathan Tyree to kick it off. He kicks a line drive. It's going to come down at about the 10. Fumbled and picked up there by number 5, Bell, who's taken down by number 34 for Woodridge. And that's Freddie Pettit again. So Pettit's really having a nice second half here for the Bulldogs on defense. That'll give the Comets the ball at their own 26-yard line, 1st and 10. And you would think, Chris, if they can't put something on the board here, Coventry definitely needs to flip the field.
They do.
Here, field position-wise, to give them a good shot in the fourth quarter. Of course, they'd love to come up with a score here. So,
well, the last 2 series, they've stopped themselves.
Mason Demeff rolling to the near side, passes to the open man where it's caught at the 35 and taken down at the 37. The receiver was Aaron Carter. Carter with the catch for Coventry. Pickup of about 12. First down at the 37-yard line for the Comets.
Nice play there.
The way they wanted to start. And I think, Chris, you can tell me I'm wrong, but I think that's the first time that Demeff has rolled to his strong hand side. It seems to me he's normally passing across his body and connected for the first down on that one. Full house backfield behind Demeff. Snap, hand off to Taylor. Taylor hit right away in the backfield. He gains maybe a yard. In on the tackle was number 57 for the Bulldogs. And that is Brady Taylor with the tackle. That brings us to the end of the third quarter with the score, Woodridge 20, Coventry 7. Let's take this 30-second timeout.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
Back here at Woodridge, and a quick look around the Metro Athletic Conference. Cloverleaf with a 23-7 lead on Ravenna in the fourth quarter. Norton and Streetsboro still knotted at 7 in the third quarter. Field having their way with Springfield 48-0 in the third quarter. And of course here Woodridge has a 20-7 lead. Second down 10 for the Comets. Ball 37. Pitch to Taylor. He's running the near side, trying to turn the corner. He's met after a very short gain, and a tackle by Jonathan Tyree. He's doing it on both sides of the ball. Short gain brings up 3rd and 9. Coventry in need of a big play here. Somebody down for Woodridge here on the near side in front of us near the 40-yard line. I saw Tyree walk away, so it's not him.
Looks like it's a cramp.
And, yeah, they're stretching him out as if it's a cramp. And that's one byproduct of this beautiful weather we've had, Chris. You know, being this warm, it's not always the reason, but at this point in the season, you would think the guys are in shape and being hydrated, but and it's cooled off, so maybe it has nothing to do with it. But we have seen a couple of cramp issues tonight. You weren't here in week 1, but that was a game I'll always remember. Besides being a very entertaining, a very cramp-filled game, and we went to like 10 o'clock in the regular time for that game. So
yeah, it's we see it all the time, right? And the coaches can preach, but these guys got to fill up with water. And, watch your diet. But saying that, speaking of diet, I don't think we talked about how big Tyree is. There might make no illusion. Tyree is not a big guy.
Yeah, they're listing him at 155. I'm going to say 140 maybe.
Yeah, he's not a big, not big in stature, but wow.
39, full house backfield. DeMeff rolling to the far side now, setting up the pass. He's hit in the backfield and taken down on the tackle. That time is number 58, Carson Arena for the Bulldogs.
So whether he's 140, 155, or whatever he weighs, his nose is everywhere.
Brings up 4th and about 16. And you got 11:07 remaining, and you're down 2 scores. You don't like your field position, but you also, I think, Chris, if you don't somehow pick this up, you're pretty much turning it back over to Woodridge in quick score territory. We got another injured player down for Coventry, and he's talking to the referee and everybody else. Here comes the trainers. They're telling him to stay down. So with 11:04 remaining and Woodridge leading 20-7 over Coventry, let's take this 30-second timeout.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
Okay, so, and I really dislike when this happens for the young man, but the injured Coventry player is number 57, who we don't have on our roster that was provided to us. So for his parents, we apologize, and for him, but we can't, I don't want to make up a name. But he's limping off the field, and we're going to be back underway here. Coventry is showing punt formation on 4th and long here from the 32. Snap, kick is away. It's a nice kick. Fair catch called for looks like by Stull, yes, at the 36-yard line of Woodridge. So the Bulldogs will take over. They have a 20-7 lead and 10:51 remaining. Hey, fans, be sure to check in with us on Fifth Dimension Radio again next Friday night at 6:45 from the soon-to-be-open new Cuyahoga Falls High School, where the Black Tigers host the Aurora Greenmen in the first-ever game from the beautiful new Lambert Stadium. Chris, we had the pleasure of getting to know each other really well in the Cuyahoga Falls Clifford Stadium press box here 2 weeks ago now, 3 weeks by next week. We're looking forward to a beautiful situation at the new Lambert Field for Falls hosting Aurora, who seems like the Greenmen seems like they're kind of getting things straightened out and getting back to their usual self. So it should be interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if they run the table, get in the playoffs.
Maxa hands off inside. Again, Tyree across the 40, across the 50, and inside the Coventry territory where he's taken down by Andre Bell. And that's another Bulldog first down. 1st and 10 at the Coventry 48.
Well, I hope they didn't model the new press box after the old press box.
Yeah,
but it was cozy.
It
was cozy.
Safe to say that won't be the case. So Coventry is starting to run out of time here. 10:30. They're down 2 scores. 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the Coventry 48-yard line. Maxa, another low snap. He can't pick it up at this time. Wisely falls on it. So we'll give the tackle, although there wasn't really a tackle, to number 30 for the Comets. That's Alex Udy. Udy's a junior linebacker in on the stop after the bad snap. Sets him back about 7 yards, so we'll call it 2nd and 17.
Well, they have Streetsboro and Norton coming up the next 2 games, I believe, and they're going to clean that up, right? Obviously, if they want to be competitive with those teams.
Right. High snap this time. Maxa pulls it in, gets it to the near side at the 45 to the 40, and out of bounds with a flag.
This is a very good call, but it's a little bit too late. But yeah, it should be pass interference. They're probably going to call holding, but on the offense.
Okay. It was Travis Walker on the call, and I didn't see it. Chris, was it Walker who committed the foul?
It was the lead, the receiver that was out in front.
Okay, it looks like Stoll, who's got his hands up like, what? Me? Not me.
Well, it was him.
Well, there's a young man whose body of work tonight will allow him to make a mistake, I think, because he'll most likely make up for it before we can.
He was blocking the defensive back before the ball was received by the receiver, and clearly pass interference. I think they called maybe holding. I'm not sure what they called that.
2nd and 17. Lasco out to the right. Again, nice penetration by the Comets. 31 and 30 in on the tackle that time. That's Alex Udy and Jace Gerganis. Gerganis, another one of those freshmen, Chris, who are showing out for the Comets. So a nice job by Coventry.
They do like to run that quarterback draw. That looked to me like it was a planned quarterback draw. Maybe it wasn't, and there was just too much pressure so fast. That could have been it.
So here we are again. Woodridge's favorite play of the night. 3rd down and 20 or more. They got Coventry right where they want them based on what we've seen them tonight, right? I say that jokingly, but they have many times tonight. 3rd down, 4th down, anywhere between 15 and, in one case, 37, I think, yards to go, and have managed to pick up big first downs. So it'll be 3rd and 20.
Yep.
8:24 remaining, and Coventry needs a big stop right here. Actually, maybe going to need 2 big stops. We'll see if Woodridge plans to go for it if we get to 4th down.
Well, they can't stop Tyree, so maybe a stretch right, stretch left. I'm not sure I'd throw that swing pass again, but they don't have Tyree behind the quarterback now, but they might motion him back behind the quarterback.
He's in the slot right now. Lasco to the far side. Snap. Maxa to Stoll at the 40. He falls forward to about the 44. He's going to be well short of the first down. Try to throw a safe little underneath route there. And another man down. So, and it's Stull. And that's, you don't, he looks, well, it's, I don't want to guess here, but I think he got hit below the belt.
Yeah, he did.
We'll leave it there. How about that? Woodridge leading 20-7. 8:14 remaining. Fourth quarter. Fourth down coming up. And if Coventry's going to make anything happen,
well, they should punt the ball here. They probably will punt the ball here. Coventry has to be thrilled with that play call. Number one was the opposite side of the field. Maybe they were using him as a decoy. But a little 2-yard comebacker wasn't going to get the 18 yards they needed. So safe play, certainly a safe play.
Right.
And fourth down, the clock is going to wind.
They are bringing Stull to his feet now, and I'm going to stick with my unspoken guess on what that was all about. So I think Stull's going to.
Yeah.
He appears to be he's certainly walking under his own power, and yes, exactly right, trying to walk it off. And if they need him on another series, he looks like he might be available. We don't want to say for certain because we don't know that. So Maxa back in punt formation, standing at his own 32 for the Bulldogs. 8:04 and running. He actually takes a look at the clock, calls for the snap, gets it away. A low line drive kick's going to fall at 25. Fielded there by Bell. He's across the 35 and driven out of bounds at about the 37. So a good run back for Andre Bell for Coventry. Gives them decent field position.
I think. Did he call the push in the back, or did he not?
I didn't see the flag, but they're marching like there was one. Yep, push in the back.
There was a pretty, I don't know how he calls it holding. He pushed him in the back.
But, yeah, it looked like he signaled a push in the back to me. But
so, yeah it was a push in the back.
So that'll move Coventry, unfortunately for them, way back to the 17-yard line. So instead of having pretty good field position, they lose about 20 yards on that penalty, and they'll start deep in their own territory with 7:49 remaining here in the fourth quarter. They need a quick score, and then their defense is going to have to rise up.
Well, let's see what they can do here. Get something positive going.
DeMeth under center. He hands inside, delayed handoff, wide open up the middle, trying to pick up the runner, but he's across the 40. And I still haven't picked up the runner. Chris, did you get him? Number 9. So that's Evan Owen with the carry. So a nice little delay action there. Busted open for a nice big gain up to the 41, just what the Comets needed. With 7:40 remaining, clock stopped, and we got another man down. And this one's on the field but sitting up, so that may lead us to...
Is that Owen down?
No, this is a Bulldog that's down.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So another pause in the action. So let's take a look from both teams' both coaches' points of view. So I think Gary Knega's got to be happy tonight,
oh, yeah.
right?
I agree, 100%.
I don't know that he thought going in he would still have a fair chance in the fourth quarter, and he certainly did and does. I mean, he's got to make something happen pretty soon. And for Woodridge, probably not their best effort. Certainly an ugly game from a discipline side in terms of the penalties that set them way back. So a lot for the coaching staff there to clean up. But if they can hold on here, a win's a win at this point in the season, and they'll be pleased with that. So the injured Bulldog was number 3, Travis Walker, and he walked off with assistance to the near side. We'll see if he can get back in there. First down 10. Ball at 41 for the Comets. DeMeff in the shotgun. He drops the pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's hit and taken down for the sack. Sacked by 57.
Yeah. Nice pressure there.
Brady Taylor with the sack.
Really a jailbreak. They had 4 guys pressuring the quarterback. Not really a chance to get the ball off. Good job by the Bulldogs there. And, if Coventry's going to have to rely on the pass, it's going to be a rough go.
Yep.
But, hey, listen.
And
I got to give it to them. They're in this to win it. They're not just going to hand it off, run the clock out. That's not what they're doing.
We're marking up our scorebook here, and when we look away, there's a flag against Woodridge again. We're just talking about that. A holding on the defense, automatic first down, and Coventry's back in business at the 49 of Woodridge. Boy, don't blink because the flags are, and Taylor gets the handoff this time across the 50. Banging heads, and he falls forward for about a 3, maybe 4-yard pickup just outside the 45.
Now I'm going to call this out, and I'm probably going to get the name wrong. So we'll look it up this week, right?
Yeah.
But I believe they called it the Slatke draw.
The Slatke draw?
Now you're going to ask me to spell it. I don't know.
I'm just, with these old ears,
Slatke. I think it's spelled Slatke.
Okay, well, that sounds vaguely familiar.
They're 2 of the last 4 plays.
2 receivers to the near side this time. DeMeff pitches to Taylor, running wide to the left. He's got a head of steam and picks up about 3. It's going to bring up a 4th down and a long 3, it looks like, for the Comets. 6:19 remaining 4th quarter. Pretty much have to have this one. And I'm calling 4th down, but I think the yard marker got switched on me early. So it's just 3rd down, 3rd and 4. And Coventry taking some time here with needing 2 scores and the clock running. I'm surprised there's not a little more sense of urgency here, especially with Woodridge's ability to run the ball and run clock. In the shotgun, DeMeff. Taylor goes in motion to the left side. Quarterback keeper up near the first down marker, about a yard short is DeMeff to the 40-yard line. So it's going to bring up a big 4th down play for the Comets. Mason DeMeff came up just short. And boy, we're dropping about every other play here. Another
we are.
A Bulldog down this time. Looks like a lineman, but I'm not sure.
There are some schools that, if this would happen, then coach would go just absolutely crazy.
Is that 8 or 9, Chris?
It looks like number 9. Is it 9 or 6? I think it's 9.
It's probably 8. Everett Norton, who is the D lineman.
I can't tell.
Could be Kai Jones, number 9, who's the junior
8
safety. But yeah, that's what I thought. Everett Norton, the senior, 6'2", 200-pound defensive lineman, comes off to the near side with assistance.
No, I like the. I'm sorry, Ron. Go on.
No, I was just going to say clock stopped at 5:31 here, 4th and 1.
I like the variety of plays. Coventry showing the second half.
Full house backfield here. Taylor deep. You figure he's going to get his hands on the ball, and so does Woodridge. We'll see whose will prevail, and it looks like it's Taylor's will that prevails as he plows ahead for 4, maybe 5 yards on that 4th down carry. It'll bring up a 1st down. Coventry, ball at the 36-yard line. They're running out of time, though, and they got to pick up the pace here if they're going to have a chance. First of all, they got to score, obviously.
Right. Again, a nice, solid drive. Last time they were doing this, they just fumbled the ball on the pitch, and what could have been?
So much to like from the Comets tonight, but they got their work cut out for them. DeMeff with Taylor in the backfield. High snap, he pulls it down, he's running to the left. Now he turns it back to the right, he's looking downfield, and he's going to overthrow everybody. stopping the clock with 4:42. So.
All right, so do we have more penalty flags? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holding on the offense. And are they both going against Coventry?
It looks like that's the case.
So holding against Coventry. That'll set them back 10.
Well, they were due, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it'll bring up first down and 20. Ball set down at the 46 of the Bulldogs. 4:42 remaining. DeMeth with Taylor behind him in the eye. Need a big chunk play here. Hand to Taylor. He runs the left tackle on his feet. Give him about 8 yards, maybe 9 on the carry. You like that for a first down play most of the game, Chris.
I do.
But at this point, time is a factor, and they actually put his knee down a little earlier than I thought. He's back at the 39, so second and about 13.
I like it on that play because it sets up whatever they want to do here. And it's more manageable.
Yeah.
It's 12, 13 yards.
Right.
The quarterback hasn't shown the ability to throw it more than 6, 8 yards.
Right.
So not a lot of downfield options.
Good point. Aaron Carter wide to the far side for the Comets. Looked like they might have got started early. They did. False start on the Coventry receivers to the near side. Both of them jumped early.
This is one of those times when I wish I was keeping track of the penalties because those would have been impressive to share.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. One of the Coventry coaches is not having it on the far side, and I'm going to guess maybe the receivers coach that time because they both got started early. Here's the snap. DeMeth pulls it down. Another flag flies. He throws out of bounds to his receiver. And it was intended for David Browning on the far side, but yet another flag, another hold. And it's a shame because Coventry played pretty clean football most of the game. They are clearly wearing down mentally and physically.
They are.
Woodridge played a really sloppy game, but overcame their slop.
Yeah.
And just doing what they need to do to get out of here with a win and live for next week and go into that game 3-0 in the league. And I think Coach Dryo is going to be pretty happy with that. I mean, he's not going to be happy with the multitude of penalties, but he's certainly going to be happy with a win here because Coventry did come to play. They showed that grit that he was talking about.
They did. And you're right. And these young men are tired, and the first thing you do is you grab.
DeMeth with a pass to the near side. He overshoots his intended receiver, Evan Owen, who glad to see he's back out on the field.
You start to lose your technique, and you start to grab, pull, tackle, and these are the things that happen. And frankly, they're probably not used to being in games all that often this late in the game.
Yeah, that's a good point. So it's third down, 28 to go, 3:30 remaining, fourth quarter. So, Chris, I'm going to remind you, if you haven't recently, give some thought to player of the game. I think I know who mine is, but I don't want to prejudice you. In the meantime, a couple other scores. Highland having their way with Talmadge tonight, 62-0 as a final. Revere 49-0 in the late third quarter over Cuyahoga Falls. DeMeth takes the snap, drops the pass. Screen pass to Taylor. Taylor across the 45, up near the 50, taken down at about the 48. Well short of the first down. So it'll bring up fourth and 26, 25 maybe for the Comets. And this is pretty much any hope they have. Something positive has to happen for the Comets. And really, for the first time tonight, the Bulldog fans are getting excited. They finally are sensing that this is theirs to win now. They had a nice turnout tonight. It was homecoming tonight. I'll tell you that Gavin Brinson was the king, and Vania Nawah was the queen on Neon Night. That explains all the neon we're seeing, Chris. I thought we had a lot of guys who were directing traffic or something earlier, but lots of neon here on homecoming night for the Bulldogs, and it's going to be a happy one, it appears, as they lead 20-7 with 2:42 remaining and a timeout here before the fourth down play by the Comets. So next week, as we mentioned briefly at halftime, we're going to have the pleasure of going out to Cuyahoga Falls High School.
Right.
The new high school that's not open yet, but the field that's right next to the new high school and the press box, because it's all about us in the press box, right, is attached to the high school, and I can't wait to see that. And I want to say we've had a great experience here tonight at Woodridge, a really nice sized press box, lots of room, and I speak that, and our leader is probably upstairs freezing himself to death, right, on the roof with the video. But Bob, hope you're still up there. Hope you're doing well. We got 2:42 remaining. Big fourth down here. DeMeff in the shotgun. Lamar Taylor next to him on his right-hand side. Taylor goes in motion to the near side. DeMeff drops the pass, throws deep. Oh, it looked like, and of all the flags we've seen tonight, it looked like a little contact at about the 30-yard line on the Coventry receiver. No flags that time.
Flags.
We'll turn it over on downs. The Bulldogs have a 20-7 lead and 2:36 to play. Coventry with just one timeout, so I'm going to guess here John Dryo just decides to, well, he certainly will play it safe, one would think, and maybe even kneel this thing out.
In high
best
school,
he can.
Yeah, in high school football, they don't usually contact when the ball's not in the air. They don't usually call anything. Once the ball's in the air, then
Yeah.
Then they typically do. But excuse me. Let's see what they do here.
First and 10, Woodridge at 48. Handoff inside, and that one is to Lahosky, who picks up about 8. Nathaniel Lahosky, namesake, his grandfather is who this field is named for. So, little Woodridge history.
That's
for
pretty
you
cool,
there,
right?
Chris. That is very cool.
Being able to play on the field that your grandfather's, they call it your grandfather. Wow.
My grandfather was a painter, so I could probably go down to Goodrich and paint in the Sam Whitmer Painting Hall of Fame or something. I don't know. But good for Nathaniel. Had a big pickup there of about 8 yards. Low snap again, and falling on it is Lahosky in the backfield. And another thing the Bulldogs might want to work on, the snaps have been low, they've been high, they've been right on target. So, but Lahosky was right on top of that one. Fell on it just in case there was any late hope for the Comets. Third down now and about 7. And I can't imagine this ball's going in the air. But I guess stranger things have happened here. Going to let the clock run down. It's 1:20. Coach Dryo keeping an eye on that and probably going to burn a timeout
Do
here.
they have I don't see a play clock anywhere.
No, yeah, I haven't seen one tonight. So they are going to snap it. High snap this time. Dropped by Maxa. He picks it up. He's looking to pass. He's hitting the backfield, and he throws it under pressure. And there was a receiver in the area, so he got away with that one. Probably a little ill-advised, but it falls harmlessly out of bounds with 1:01 remaining, fourth down. And at that point, Chris, I don't want to nitpick here, but don't you just go down? You don't want to stop the clock, right? And
I can't imagine he was told to do that. But
sophomore who hasn't played a lot of quarterback until the last few weeks and has had a really good game. So, but that one I think he'd have been better advised just to take the loss and let the clock roll. Fourth down, and they do draw Coventry offsides. So that'll give the Bulldogs 5 yards and make it a 4th and 2. 1:01 remaining.
Well, let's see what they do here. I'm guessing quarterback draw up the middle, but
I think I know what Chris Canova would do here, but
I mean,
we'll see what's
who
going to
knows?
happen. All right, let's see. So empty backfield. Maxa. Oh, boy, they're going to give the 5 yards back there. Maybe the only thing that John Tyree has done not well tonight. He didn't get a little head start on that one. He got a big head start.
Well, he shot like a bullet.
He was almost 10 yards downfield. So, hey, he deserves it. He's had quite a night, and the Bulldogs now will go 4th and 7. They're going to punt this one away. Makes total sense to me. 1:01 remaining. Maxa back to punt. Bell back to receive the punt for Coventry. Andre Bell has the only Coventry points on the pick 6 in the first half. Maxa standing at his own 42. Got a rush on, but he got it away. A low kick fielded by Bell at the 18 across the 20. Almost gave it up on a good tackle by Tyree. But Bell maintains possession, and the Comets will have
nice
it.
kick, nice coverage there.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit surprised they even kicked it, to be honest with you. But hey, it worked, and let's see what Coventry does.
Yeah, they've got 51 seconds remaining. They have one timeout left. They'll have the ball in their own 18. Ron Whitmer, Chris Canova with you from Lahosky Field at Bulldog Stadium at Woodridge High School for the Fifth Dimension Radio Game of the Week. I want to thank our friends at WAOH.TV for the replay, which you may be watching now on Monday night. Hopefully you're with us. Coventry 1st and 10, ball on their own 18-yard line. DeMeth under center. He'll pitch to Taylor. Taylor running wide out to the 20, to the 25, to the 27, almost 28. Very close to the first down marker. If he's short, he's a yard short at most. Now they're going to spot it back closer to 27. So we'll call it 2nd down 1, and the Comets will burn their last timeout. 32 seconds remaining. And, you know, some people might be upset by that, Chris. I think it makes total sense to me.
It does.
You got a team that's struggling for success. They've had some tonight. You've got some clock left. Let's work on something.
That's right.
Let's take the opportunity to work against the good team and get better for the following week. So,
and I have Taylor at 97 yards.
97. So yeah, maybe they feed him here and he gets his 100-yard game possibly.
I mean, I'm probably going to round up in the post-game show to 100.
Well, that's why Lamar Taylor is a fan of Chris Canova. I can tell you that for sure. Yeah, he's had a workmanlike game tonight. Never did quite get that really big run that I thought was in it. He came close a couple times, but when you stack up nearly 100 yards on the night, you're doing your job. And you know, Coach Kanega told us he's one of his favorite players and a certain leader for Coventry. So we got 3 to the near side, 3 receivers to the far side, and 3 linemen. Snap, inside handoff to Taylor, and he plows ahead for the first down. And they're going to stop the clock to move the chains. So it'll bring up a 1st and 10 with 25 seconds remaining. And we got, boy, you really don't want to see an injury. You don't want to see one, period, but not on the last play or 2 of the game. Looks like a Bulldog is down, but he's getting up slowly.
I think that, I know we're paying attention to the injury here, but I think the official on that side called first down. And
yeah.
I don't know what's happening here.
Tackle for Coventry was Brady Taylor. Or I'm sorry, for Woodridge was Brady Taylor. And he's the one limping off the field. And you're right, Chris. Boy, yeah, I know I'm a lot further than the official from that play, but I really felt like Lamar Taylor had the first down. So
well, they fumbled the ball, so
I should pay closer attention, is what you're saying. I did not see that.
So this
Maxa will knee it out. I'm sorry. Explain to me what I missed, because I obviously missed something. Taylor fumbled in that.
Apparently, yeah. So this guy was calling for first down this way. Woodridge, and that guy up top was saying first down Coventry.
Okay.
And the referee came in and said, no, it's first down Woodridge. So Woodridge. So I didn't see the fumble. But
so what you're saying is I was half right.
You were right.
One official agreed with me.
Yes.
All right. Well, the clock is running down now and has now run out. So our final score here from Woodridge High School is Woodridge 20, Coventry 7 on the Fifth Dimension Radio Game of the Week. We'll be back for the Cambria Bistro post-game report, and we'll also bring to you our Player of the Game announcement.
Hi, this is Ronnie Kemmer, owner of Cambria's Bistro. We are located in the heart of downtown Wadsworth at 132 Main Street. Cambria's Bistro is a family-owned establishment that brings together the best of two worlds, the rich traditions of Italian cuisine and the contemporary favorites of a pub and grill. Reservations are not required but recommended by calling 330-331-5282 or 330-331-5357. We offer a casual dining atmosphere that is great for a family dinner, date night, or a special celebration. We feature a wonderful wine list with selections from Sicily to Napa Valley. We also have a great bar menu with specialty cocktails, many beers, on-tap beers, ciders, and seltzers. Cambria's Bistro also features San Pellegrino sparkling water. We are located in the heart of downtown Wadsworth at 132 Main Street. Come see us soon.
Introducing the Celebration Palace, a brand new and all-inclusive banquet facility located in Hartville in the North Plaza at 240 Kent Avenue Northeast. Still dreaming about your special wedding day or that occasion you're wanting to celebrate and you're not sure where to start? Well, you're in luck, because here at the Celebration Palace, we specialize in wedding and event planning. Whether you are looking for a venue or an all-inclusive wedding package, we have you covered. We help plan your special occasion. We have specialized vendors to help make your special day magical, and our prices are budget-friendly. So let us here at the Celebration Palace make all your special occasion dreams come true. You can give us a call at 330-587-2035 or check us out on our website, www.thecelebrationpalace.com. Stress-free, budget-friendly, amazing staff, and a stunning venue. The Celebration Palace, where your vision becomes a reality.
So we're back here at Woodridge High School at John Lahosky Field at Bulldog Stadium. Ron Whitmer, Chris Canova. And first things first, Chris, let's get our player of the game taken care of here. Cambria Bistro, one of our big supporters here. And with the gift card and the player of the game t-shirt, that's going to go to
Mr. Tyree with 154 yards rushing and 45 yards receiving and multiple tackles on defense, along with at least one, if not two, interceptions on defense. So controlled everything on both sides of the ball. And, by the way, he kicked off.
A couple times on the kickoff.
Didn't he kick an onside kick that they recovered?
I think he had that too, yeah. I mean,
he didn't punt. So besides that, I think he controlled the game.
So he's got some stuff to work on, is what you're saying.
Right.
But an outstanding, and there were a lot of outstanding performances on both teams tonight. Lamar Taylor had an excellent game for the Coventry Comets. I thought Maxa was solid. The sophomore quarterback who took over for the starting quarterback when he went down week one had a real nice game. Andrew Stull, receiving-wise, we think of this as mostly a rushing victory, but there were some key passes, and Andrew Stull for the Bulldogs pulled down a lot of those. But our player of the game will go to Jonathan Tyree, the running back from the Woodridge Bulldogs. So congratulations, Jonathan. We'll get you your T-shirt and your gift card, and good luck to the Bulldogs the rest of the way. So, Chris, we're just checking scores here, and Norton seems to remain in control here of the MAC, the Metro Athletic Conference. They're in the fourth quarter. They're leading Streetsboro at Streetsboro 23-13. So a big win for the Bulldogs here at Woodridge tonight. They remain undefeated in the league. Norton is undefeated in the league and undefeated overall at 6-0.
Right.
Streetsboro was 4-1 going into tonight. They'll fall to 4-2, and Cloverleaf, who not a lot of people are talking about, has gone to 5-1 now on the season. with a 23-7 win over Ravenna. So still a very interesting league, and these Woodridge Bulldogs are still right in the mix. They got, as you mentioned during the telecast or the broadcast, they have a couple tough ones coming up in the near future with Norton and Streetsboro both coming up soon. So their work's cut out for them.
And they have enough athletes. We haven't seen Norton or Streetsboro live, but I think Woodridge has enough athletes to compete, and we'll see. They play Streetsboro next week, I believe.
Yeah, I'll have to double check on
either
that.
Streetsboro or Norton, but they're both coming up on the schedule over the next 2 weeks. So this league is going to be, we're going to know what's happening in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. One thing they're definitely going to need to clean up to have a chance against those two squads is the penalties. Against Norton or probably Streetsboro tonight, those were going to be a lot harder to overcome. They did a great job of overcoming them tonight. But I agree with you physically. Jonathan Tyree is a load for anybody. Gary Kanega, the head coach for Coventry, told us that in pregame, and these guys are head coaches for a reason. They kind of know what's going on, and he said we got to stop number one. Well, they didn't. They didn't. They gave it a solid effort, but they didn't. So the Bulldogs now go to 4-2 overall, 3-0 in the Metro Athletic Conference. So our hats off to them, and our hats off to player of the game, Jonathan Tyree. So,
hats off to Coventry, right? They came in here probably not with the most, the highest expectations from most people, and man, they competed all night long. It was a close game until the end. They had a turnover in the second half that could have, really changed things, made it even closer,
right?
And competed all night long. So
they gave up one score in the second half,
right?
6 points,
good for them.
And you mentioned it, and I agree. I don't think I saw a more enthusiastic halftime from any team all season than the Comets as they were going to the halftime locker room. They knew they were in a game. And I think in the back of the players' minds and certainly the coaches, that's a case where you tell yourself, we're getting better.
Right.
And they clearly are.
Right, they are.
So hats off to the Coventry Comets again. So to wrap things up, next week should be fun. Brand new stadium. Not too many broadcasters get to say they did the first game someplace. So I am really looking forward to it. I'm sure you are too. A new facility at Cuyahoga Falls. We were there for the shutdown of Clifford Stadium. We'll be there for the opening of Lambert Stadium. So we invite you to not only join us on our broadcast. Hey, take your smartphone to the game. Go to the game. Get your earpiece, listen to Chris Canova and Ron Whitmer on Fifth Dimension Radio, and enjoy that beautiful new facility over at Cuyahoga Falls High School. So it'll be the Aurora Greenman at Cuyahoga Falls next week. As we turn the corner here now, things start to get really interesting in terms of state playoffs, and we'll talk a lot about that as we get to next week. So, Chris, another good one. Thanks for being here.
Great night of football.
Enjoyed this one, and the Bulldogs from Woodridge are winners 20-7 over the Coventry Comets. I'm Ron Whitmer for Bob Felmley and Bob Fritz. Chris Canova, thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next Friday from Cuyahoga Falls.
You've been listening to Fifth Dimension Radio's Sports Special, where we bring you live high school sports. And we'll be announcing more exciting games coming up in the near future, so keep it on Fifth Dimension Radio. This is your announcer, Bob. Good night.